Trolley to have a big day today.
That is a good team. I'm happy that I'm almost in the top half. Almost.
Almost getting there. I'm trying. We're slowly climbing there. I need beast mode to just score 32 goals today.
Is done. They're locked, and he put up that type of score. Like, he's winning this whole thing.
I think they're going to win there, folks. How are the predictions going here? No, let's talk about the accolades. Stop talking about us. These are the players. There will be a award presented by Progressive at the end of the season.
No.
NRG at the top of the Zeta.
Morning.
These are across the entire season, though. These awards will be given out at the World Championship.
Against, goals against.
It started an hour early.
So you earned those spots up there. But Sphinx, I want to shout out him. Luminosity.
That's big.
Taking out an entire region. We're not going to say what region it is for people on the desk here, but Sphinx, the playmaker,
It
1 assist per game. Hats off to him being at the top so far.
Early today.
Good job there, and Trolley, as always, holding down.
Very
top
impressive.
line.
1.17, man. That's
Crazy
crazy.
ass.
Love that stuff. Here's the prediction
My
battle right now.
one saving grace is that Austin's already been up for 2 hours because he woke up at 5:45 because his sleep got all screwed up. So I already fed him.
But we're doing
I already fed him.
Like, it's unfair to have Achieves back in
So
this. Then,
right
like,
now he is playing in his crib, and I'm watching it. But then when he gets upset, come watch RLCS with us.
We've got 5 matches on the schedule here, 2 quarterfinals that will give us teams into those semifinals. That'll give us 2 teams to compete for the title. Birmingham Major champion here, folks. 5 matches on the day, nothing in between. It's all 3v3 today. We're going to see Carmen Core and the Ultimates a little bit later on once we get through our first 2 matches here. Furia and Vitality going to be coming up after this one.
Leo, do you have work today?
Action. We've got Falcons and NRG waiting in the wings to compete here.
Good morning.
On in Birmingham.
This is going to be big because obviously both of them so far disappointing results. They were 2 of the favorites coming into this. You expect them to be in that upper bracket or the bye.
You know, the only thing I've taken the fridge and I want it.
Birmingham, if you're in the house,
I was wondering if you'd work because you're up so early. I was like, do you have work this morning? Hi, Trippy. Hi, Leo. Hi, Ash. Good morning.
On the blue side, representing MENA, they are the FIFA E World Cup champions. They are Team
I work every day until next Tuesday. Okay, that's what I thought because you said it was going to be rough, right? Who is it right now? Falcons NRG again? Okay, we ball. All week, Sag. I'm so sorry. Well, stream's here. Hi, Amanda. Hi, Mahan. Thank you guys for watching on YouTube.
Had a blip on day 2. Didn't go their way, so they began through the lower bracket, but they made quick work of their first opponent. If
you're watching on TikTok, I can't see the chat right now because it's delayed.
2 of the fastest members
so
on the field.
I am on
number 3 in game speed, TRK. Number 2 in game speed. They're going to try and use that speed to take down this energy defense.
I subscribed and liked it.
MENA is the fastest region in the world. The stats back it up. TRK, I think.
Did you guys like the drug game?
So far. I've been looking at him closely. And
besides
positive sign. If
trash collector,
they can go to another level. I think you're exactly right. All 3 players, honestly, you mentioned earlier, CJ Raz might be the favorite if you want to put him in MVP frontrunners conversation, but all 3, honestly, just have been coasting. They made all the way to championship Sunday. This is where they
guys, if you're watching on TikTok, can you spam some likes to let me know that I'm not alone out here? It was silly. That's not a yes or a no. The 3 of you who are being active on Twitch, however, I need you to vote in this.
and their opponents on the orange side.
I need you to vote in the prediction. You got 5 minutes. Vote in the prediction, Ghost Reaper. Good morning.
Give it up for NRG.
And if you're watching on YouTube, it would mean the world to me if you liked the stream and dropped a subscription. Vote in the prediction, Ash and Leo and Trippy. Hi, Prince. I wish they would have all matched. At least they're all NRG. Guys, as a heads up, there's going to be times, because this started early, an hour earlier, there are going to be times where I might have to step away from the stream for like 10 minutes because Austin is not down for a nap yet.
For this NRG lineup.
He's usually he'll be down for a nap in an hour. When this was supposed to start. Who's your favorite character from this game? I don't know if it's really a game. I don't know, but what's your favorite character? So this is Rocket League and there's no characters. It's car soccer, virtual competitive car soccer. And I'm watching the championship series of it right now. So right now I'm not playing. We're doing a watch party of the best players in the world, of the best players in the world who have competed all season. This is the major, and so there's 2 majors and then a world championship, and so this is the major championship, and it's in Birmingham right now. And this is championship Sunday, so it's championship Sunday. So they've played since Thursday, Friday, all day Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and the final top 4 are playing today.
Season 9 or season next, 1 to 2. I'll tell you this though.
And the major champion will get
but you're gonna need to see a little bit more of your energy today.
Yeah, so we're doing a watch party. We're doing a watch party. Guys, again, if you're watching on TikTok, I see that I can't see chat right now. It always delays by like 15 minutes before I can see chat because of Stream Elements. So if you really want to talk to me, I am live on Purple app, Widow, or on Red app, Widow GG. Otherwise, I just appreciate you watching on TikTok, and I'm sorry that I can't see your messages right now. Amanda, thank you for the subscription. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube. You are incredible. Hi, Matt. Good morning. Good morning. You're wonderful and incredible.
0.59 goals. That still might be the highest.
No way. Is he putting himself to sleep? Could be the best moment of my life.
I'm looking to the likes of Atomic.
Wrong.
MVP of NRG online in this first.
Want to be besties? Yes. Join the besties.
How does that affect
guys, before the matches start, I will sell out for the start of the stream since I'm up at 7:50 in the morning. Broke Night Games, thank you for the follow on Purple app. You're incredible. Matt, I'm amazing. How are you? We've been doing some ridiculously early streams because of RLCS, but here we are. We're just gonna stick with it all week. We're gonna go live at 8:30 a.m. all week. This morning, however, is earlier. Guys, selling out one last time. Today is the last full day. Today and a couple hours of tomorrow are the last days where you can save 35% on 5 subs or more. Today is the last full day to save 35% on 5 subs or more. So if you've ever felt frisky, if you want to help us get to 1,200 subs by the end of the day tomorrow, now's your time to do it. Now's your time to do it because 35% off is basically free. Other than that, vote in the prediction. You've got like 1 minute to vote in the prediction if you're on Purple app. You're incredible. If you're on TikTok, could you spam some likes for me to let us know that we're not alone anymore? And if you're watching on YT, drop a like. Hi, Potato. Good morning. Hey, Ghost Reaper. My queen! Ash, thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for gifting a sub to Honey Badger, Winging Oak, Matt, Ghost Reaper, and Kang Agony. You are beautiful. You are amazing. Go follow her. She's streaming every day.
That's exactly what Carmen did to him yesterday. You saw the creativity.
She's streaming every day.
Playboy that you're talking about in the top 5.
Yeah.
Go follow the love of my life, who I assume is awake because she hasn't slept yet.
Or you'll boom the ball away. Sato said, I don't even need a flip. I'm just going to follow it, kept it the whole time, and then saved it like
who I assume is awake because she hasn't slept yet.
The question mark for me, the player, the most important X factor on the stage for me, Sathu. Was he
I
able to
expect
figure
you guys
out
to
what
call
was
me
going
out.
wrong
Also, if
yesterday?
you're just
Does he
tuning in,
stick to
today's
the game
89
plan
for
of
me.
full-on
89 in a
defense,
row.
only
I hope you get
counterattack?
lots
Or
of
does he say, you know what,
subscribers.
let's go
Thank
back
you,
to what worked
Amanda.
last time we were in this situation
I'm
on
glad
this
you're one of them.
continent, in this country. And can they be Falcons again? Let us know who you think's going to win.
Today is 89 in a row for me.
CJ, who you got?
Look, NRG, they're first in defense, but you cannot win if you're 16th in offense. I'm going Falcons. Think they can get the job done. I think it's a 4-2, 4-1.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah, I think
I have
Falcons
cake
will
in
be
the
cleaned up
fridge and I
enough
want
that
it.
They don't get counterattacked too often, so I am also going to go Falcons.
Who are you picking?
Who are you picking?
Who are you picking?
Who are you picking?
I think I'm gonna let the Birmingham Major crowd decide who I'm picking.
Birmingham Major crowd's gonna pick it for you?
Like 68 million, I believe.
Well, then somebody's got to talk about North America out here. Listen, the counterattacks worked in Swiss.
I'm voting for
The
NRG.
team, yeah, they might be 16th in offense, but they're in top 6 here. They're number 1 in defense. If anyone can do it, it's NRG. Give me NRG in this one. You want to pull the crowd?
I do. Birmingham, I need something.
I picked.
If you're rooting for Falcons and you want me to pick Falcons, make some noise.
NRG.
Oh, hang on.
If you use 68 million, me too.
You want to see NRG come out
Me too. We're gonna do big things together, Amanda.
I think the NRG fans travel, so you know I'm going with the
Do I gamble all chat? Do it, Matt. Gambling did not pay off this time. Try again.
All right, baby. We got picks up here on the desk, but
Oh, you have 0 points. Try again in 5 minutes.
Coin into the air and down for the Falcons. It'll be the Falcons coming out on top for the coin. So back and forth in chat. Did the NRG fans traveled?
They do travel.
Did they wake up this
I
morning?
need
They did. Look at
You
that.
guys judge me if
A
I had a
fan
pop at
favorite,
8 o'clock in the morning because I'm out of
matchup.
coffee. That's why I've been
Despite how they
drinking
played yesterday.
stupid ass pop
favorite
at
for sure.
9 o'clock in the morning
Folks,
because I'm
it's
out of
time.
coffee.
Get up and get loud. It's game day. Let's kick off Championship Sunday, the Birmingham Major.
To reach Championship Sunday means you've outlasted over half
Arby's?
the field.
No money.
And it also
Lucas would
serves as
kick
a
my
reminder
ass
that your
if I ordered
toughest
Starbucks right now.
challenge is yet to come. 4 regions still remain here in our final day.
Would kick my
And to kick it
ass.
off, we've got a rematch of the London Major Finals. Team Falcons have relentless offensive
Rightfully so.
firepower, but NRG boasts the #1 defense in
We're
the
going out to
tournament.
eat for lunch.
An unstoppable force.
It's for
Meets an
Madison's
immovable
birthday. It was
object.
last weekend
The
and we
stage is
hadn't.
set. It's time
We had to
kick
cancel
off
because Lucas was so behind on work.
Championship Sunday.
So we're going out for lunch with her.
Falcons looking to complete the revenge tour. Every time we have come to the UK, they have made it to the grand finals.
And I feel
But
awful that we
NRG,
missed it.
Over a year of straight grand finals.
But we're going into.
Streak is
So we're
about
going
to break
today.
Johnny
So
as
I
we get to
probably
game
am going to
one,
miss the
brought
grand
to you by
finals.
Progressive.
Yeah, what a prospect.
I knew I should have come in yesterday instead of taking today. What happened, Leo?
Was a grand final, so you are being treated well.
Yeah,
Early
we're getting
on
brunch.
Championship Sunday. Oh,
I'll have a drink.
might have been caught out.
I'll have an
pushing there, but he
acceptable
did have
noon
to save
beverage.
After a slight delay. The Falcons, it's all about balancing that aggression.
That is not
The number
caffeine.
one offense sometimes gets them in a bit of trouble as well.
I think that's going to be the big tell here in game number 1 is, are NRG going to have
Come on.
to work for the goal, or can they soak up the pressure and then just take the long shot?
Yeah.
You would imagine for a team of the caliber of Falcons,
So
that's
yellow
gonna get ironed out by
is
now. If it's
blue
not, that is a big
and
problem.
green
Daniel already up. He
is-
quite handily beats the ball. There's Atomic, low
No,
on boost.
green
Beast
is
was
blue
really not
and
much. Daniel
yellow
trying
is
to collect
orange.
something, and
Okay.
Atomic caught into action. TRK cannot go. He's completely out of boost.
We're
This is
vibing.
classic Falcons. They push up with very low boost. They try to hatch bad clears. Oh, great pass mid there by NRG. Clears. One in the air, dribble bump on the counter. He's got it. Had to go quick there. He's being chased from behind. Well, after
Ollie, what's
challenging
your
in
favorite type
defense,
of
he goes
cake?
all the way
Red
himself.
velvet.
That's just too fast.
However, I
Yeah,
have
the
tres
goalie on the goal
leches
line.
in the
Atomic
fridge,
would have had to save
which
otherwise.
is so good.
Somebody's been having some
And I
conversations
want to
about
eat it
one
right now.
champion, Moxie. Good old faithful coming in yet again.
But I'm
Beast
gonna
mode,
stop
first time
myself.
shot. Was completely unchallenged. although
Missed you
Gillespie
already, and my guy I work
managed
with
to
is on
take it off
vacay.
his
I'm so
teammate.
sorry, Leah.
A little bit of a kerfuffle there for Team Falcons, but have survived for now. NRG, the team chasing, they are going to have to try and put
Hi,
some offense
Dinkles.
forward here.
What's up?
Clears to Daniel, backboard. It's available to him.
Oh.
Rawas had to get to him.
Because remember, if you're on
Yeah,
TikTok, I
think
can't
I'm
see the
with you
chat.
with
It's
the point
delayed.
that if NRG don't
It's
have to really
delayed
work too hard for their
because Stream
goals,
Elements
it'll be their
hates
series
me.
to win. Falcons need to make
So I'm
them
not
work.
ignoring you.
They are making them work.
Spam some likes if you are there on TikTok, so I know we're not alone. But you can watch me on Purple app or on YT app.
Had all 3 of them on strings. Somehow Falcons keep it away from it. Beast mode with the catch, straight over to Atomic. Daniel, here's the far side. He's the next one up. Rawas immediately takes it away. Beast mode shot,
Come on.
but Rawas is already back. Here's the thing. NRG will have
Hey,
to
Dinkles,
work
how's your
for a
day
goal now.
going?
Falcons have got no reason to give up a freebie.
I used to have an Xbox 360.
Yeah, this is...
I'm sorry, Leo. I hope today isn't as bad as it seems this morning.
You know, they made it to Championship Sunday, NRG, so you can throw everything else out the window. When these two teams matched up in London, Falcons were the informed team, NRG with the team coming in as underdogs, and they dominated. So could it be the same story today? This is a big chance.
I think Rocket League's a hard game to get into. Slightly, but it's really fun in the beginning.
Been able to do this weekend is generate pressure. The problem for
There's no other game like Rocket League. There's a learning curve in the beginning, but it's fun and it's easy.
Big one so far this game. NRG didn't take it, but it was close.
In the beginning.
To get something from those pressure plays,
and then it gets impossible.
At some point. So difficult.
What's my favorite cake flavor? I answered you, Amanda. I said red velvet. And I said, but I have tres leches in the fridge that I want to eat right now, but everything in me is stopping me from eating cake for breakfast.
Here's Beastmo with Daniel in support. And again, brilliant positioning. Just takes away the play. And now we're over top. One-on-one. It's on the line. It's in the net.
Disgusting.
What is with this game with the ball just stopping on the goal line? Atomic committed hard there. Thought TRK was going to shoot the ball faster at him. I think TRK maybe unintentionally slowed it down a little bit. And that's what's caught Atomic out of position.
Sorry, don't apologize. I was just letting you know that I didn't ignore you the first time.
Entirely off the reset. Now,
okay, yeah, but I'm fat and I'm trying to lose some weight.
The stat was only 3-4 times.
You're getting ready? What are we doing this morning?
More goals.
Come on.
In a single game. They're going to have to add to it here.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's certainly done a lot, but also the personnel cannot follow up.
NRG have got to get moving here. They've got to get something started offensively. It's a long series, but they want to at least get a goal.
Yeah, guys, reminder, I love you guys. This morning is an hour earlier than I thought, so Austin's not down for a nap yet. He's currently playing.
It's purely the mental game right now for
and his crib right now.
They believe in their shots working. That's why they're maybe pulling the punches a little bit. They're not going fully forward.
If
That's a good chance again, but well,
have to step away for like 10 minutes. Stream's still up, and I love you.
And it's sort of a nightmare matchup as well when you do have a game one.
And you'll
like
still have
this,
broadcast.
Falcons, well known for just running their opponents over.
Drop.
You'll string back-to-back wins together pretty handily. TRK off the backboard. Daniel looking to clear. Has he got any options? No, just has to take the ball down. 30 seconds remaining. NRG look no closer to tying this one up. And they have done for quite some time. Beast Mode, their sole provider of good opportunities, does it again. And TRK probably has secured the game.
Yeah, I know you would.
What NRG needs to do to win. How about Falcons defense?
Guys, it is 8 a.m.
Disciplined performance from them, just like it was yesterday against GK. Can NRG get any last-second drama here to keep the match alive? It looks like there might be half a chance, but it's saved easily by Roas, and that's going to be game one to Falcons.
Ping me if needed. See you on the other side. You got this, Leo.
Just avoiding making silly mistakes, not giving away easy goals. That's got to be their entire game plan today because they know they're going to score.
2-0. Beast Mode, really the sole provider of opportunities for NRG. 0 shots for Atomic.
All right. NRG can still bring this back. Good morning, Lexi.
Find something else here, NRG. It's been the question, can they get that plan B? What is it? We're going to find out throughout this series. But for Falcons, I mean, I said this is the revenge tour. They've already taken down one player that has ruined their chances to win a major. I mean, let's have a look at that.
How did that not go in? I mean, we often criticize Falcons for double committing, triple committing in defense, but that was an excellent triple commit to try and cover so many angles. They had 10 saves this game, Falcons. It's not really the type of game we're used to seeing from them, but I think for Falcons fans, it'll be a type of game that they want to see because Roas is known as one of the best defenders in the world. You put him in a 1v1 matchup, and he's the best defender, but their defense is so often shaky in threes. So to see them do that, to see them just, okay, not overcommit, not give away any easy goals, very promising, not just for their chances in this match, but this entire tournament.
For these teams, it is a longer road.
I know, come on, NRG.
3 wins required on the day. Sometimes, though, getting this win in the earlier matches allows you just to warm up, you get going. A lot of times the quarterfinal winner just steams past the semi-final opponent, who who are sat there waiting for them. Daniel, first time shot. They're going to need more than that, though. Everyone available here.
Deserved, Ash.
Beast mode again. Only so far, but this is a good start here from NRG. Nice and positive. And with low boost, this could be very awkward. TRK at least managed to collect the 100 on his way back.
I like that back pass moments ago from Atomic. Energy so good at finding each other on the pitch. Usually defensive outlet passes that separates them from the rest of the Rocket League world. But where's the goal going to come from? That's all Energy want to find out right now. They've got 3 fantastic players who can get those big mechanical moments, those big goals.
You guys want to see a baby?
Somebody needs to step up and make it happen. Could it be Daniel? Fakes it out for beast mode. Once again, Falcons with disciplined defense.
I think my issue at the moment is that it is always just the shot on target.
PR Master, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Again, I'm sorry I can't see messages. Stream Elements is glitching right now, and I can't see any of the messages on TikTok or anything. I see that you guys are liking the stream, so I appreciate you.
Nice block though from Atomic, tries to get a second one.
I see that you guys are liking the stream, so I appreciate you.
Annoying middle ground where he couldn't follow it, but
a lot.
Did not find Atomic on the backboard.
I am live on Purple app and on YT app, so if you want to talk, I'm over there until it fixes itself.
TRK to do something. He's the only one that's got anything on board.
Yeah, it's been excellent defense out of Falcons. Energy are knocked in. Here they come. And they have got their first goal. In transition, Falcons finally got out of defense, got into the midfield. And
you guys want to see a baby?
Energy have found that outlet pass.
The Falcons, that's so annoying because they finally got their offense and then they conceded the same way that they have throughout this entire tournament. It's the first time the discipline just went away. They could not spot the player behind them. Here comes Beast Mode, looks for the bump. Rawas keeps it away, past one. 50 against Daniel, demoed for his troubles. And Falcon's just happy to keep on hitting the nail with the hammer.
Oh.
That is a bit of a misplay, but NRG do recover.
Yeah, Falcons are knocking at the door now. This is really dangerous for Energy, but the double commit comes through for Falcons. Can Energy counter again? Atomic didn't have the boost to get the pass out. But that's another dangerous ball, and it's gone into the back of the Energy net. Honestly, that looked dangerous for both teams. It was just a race to the free ball in the middle, and Clears has won it.
Yeah, Beast Mode has a fantastic read. Just the pass is too good. Almost got to it, but almost was not good enough. The lead has disappeared. Falcons tie us up 1 goal apiece. Beast Mode, oh, he would have preferred ball or cut. Ended up with neither. Daniel back in. It's Clears. Gonna go the whole way if he's allowed to, and well, Atomic refusing to allow him to. It's all about this midfield here for Falcons. They're trying to lay as much claim to it as they possibly can. But they're so heavily committed. Even the players on 0 boost, happy just to dive on in.
Oh my
Falcons
god!
never shy of a challenge, never shying away from 50-50s. Double tap chance for Daniel. It goes wide after he follows through, gets a third touch on the ball. Roas now against Beast Mode. He's bumped him. Atomic's there on the recovery. Good lead. Letting Daniel come in and take the ball for free.
Yeah, I love that Beast Mode went so early as well. Removed any chance of the outplay. And because it slows up the outplay, it means everyone else can get back. Roas again on the catch. And the best play for Team Falcons to get out of defense has just been to give the ball to Rawas.
In the hell. Hi, Brendan. I go Reaper.
I have a team happy just to settle, but no one's really created much in a bit of time here. All the way out. Daniel, straight into the powerful killers.
Here come Falcons again. Rawas with the air dribble dunk. Beast Mode got goal side of it.
Austin goes, can we get 5 gifted while they're 35% off for the baby?
Lots of air dribbles out of defense by Falcons, but they're mixing it up. They're mixing in the air dribble dunks, air dribble bumps, and just straight up air dribble
fully awake yet?
over your head.
Started the coffee.
Oh, he tried to catch
I am
it.
out of coffee.
Daniel!
Yes! I'm out of coffee, and I am unfortunately about to have off at 8 o'clock.
From an offensive position, their goal before this was a counter-attack.
The stream started an hour early
now
today.
They managed to create something
for RLCS.
With a bit of chaos in Falcons' end.
Because they hate me.
So, 57 seconds. Team Falcons need to try and create one more opportunity.
Ooh.
Beast Mode already up. Sees Daniel. Daniel ends up leaving it. is where NRG want to be. They've got the goal lead. They're not going to overcommit. But here's Kaliers back into the midfield. And Daniel had to be so quick. Those infield passes are lethal. But Daniel is dancing around all of them.
That's a great try by Daniel. Going for one more here with the air double dunk. It's blocked well by Falcons. Beast Mode's actually on the wrong side of the ball here, but Atomic's there to save him. 20 seconds left. NRG not giving away careless at all. Free flip shot. The infield pass. DRK connected well with it. NRG save it.
Daniel has been unbelievable for the last 90 seconds. How on earth he spot he was needed? Oh, it's off the post. Here comes the...
No.
It was just too much to handle.
How? Oh my goodness, CRK sneaks it through them. And then the post out plays Atomic. NRG with a rare defensive blunder. Not able to get goal side of the ball. 7 seconds to go in regulation.
It's going to be laid over.
Damn it. Let's go! I'm sorry.
NRG get it right back. Kaliers went for it. Daniel with a huge ball. And Beast Mode saw the opening. Kaliers couldn't recover. Now,
is that me?
Falcons are the ones who need to get the ball in the air. 2 seconds to go.
It's not double diagonal, so you've got to come up with something else. They go for the fake, but it's so far away. DRK over to Roas. Kaliers will wait for a midfield, but he'll have to wait for game 3.
Yay!
Take it.
Oh, what a game. Last second drama by both teams. But 3 goals in a game. That is exactly what NRG needed. If game 1 was exactly what Falcons needed, showing discipline defense, this is a perfect response from NRG.
To me, there was a very, very obvious moment that it all changed. And it was the moment that Lanyu finally came to play. He's been kept so quiet, not just throughout the series, but throughout the entire tournament.
Oh, wow, that was so close.
Maybe don't hold the sticky
Daniel missed it. But NRG showing aggression, and it's often Beast Mode, the one player who's most willing to just go. Say, you know what? This could be the goal. This could be the opening. And he spotted it there with killer instinct. What a matchup. Every time these two teams play, it feels like we're on a knife edge. Atomic just now adding to his all-time series play tally that already has him top of the pile. And that could, you know, get another couple series added to it as well today if NRG make another Grand Finals run.
Well, the players nearest to him are pretty much all out, so he is going to be adding to it. Maybe only for Tira, able to at least try and put a dent into that. We get into game number 3. Here's Daniel yet again, the talisman of the last one. We've had one game where Beast Mode was online. We've had one with Daniel. NRG could really do with everyone combining. And again, I love that Falcons, we have seen it go wrong for them previously, but they just sort of swipe across the goal when somebody else is hitting the ball. Just think, can we get anything on it?
Yeah, for Falcons, you know, that last goal that they conceded is something that they do a lot. They'll just fully commit to a play. Oh, nice wave dash there by Roas, getting a lot of power in the center. They will commit with their third often. That time it got them in trouble, but it wasn't necessarily a terrible commit from Kaliers to go. It looked like from his POV, he had a winning chance as well. So I think that one's okay for them, but you wonder, will it make them scared to go the next time they've got one of those opportunities?
Well, that's really where the philosophies of these teams differ, as we do see Kaliers just powering that one high, and it has actually been very difficult to deal with for NRG. Here we go, Falcons exactly where they want to be. NRG where they have been stuck this entire tournament, and they have gone out so well. Oh, Roas. That was a difficult stealing read. The Falcons, they will always go for themselves. If it's 60-40, they will take the 60. Most teams won't usually allow themselves that sort of freedom.
Decent hit there by TRK. This is where we expected a lot of the matchup to be played, but NRG are so good at surviving in these positions and just continuing to knock the ball safely into the back corner. Notice all the clears from NRG going sideways. They're not putting the ball out into the middle. They rarely give easy interceptions to their opponents. Oh, they are going for the pinch here. Kaliers sending it far on net. NRG better than any other team in these spots where they can suck their opponents in, catch them on the counter.
Off the demo as well, so Roas knows he's got to go early. He's actually got plenty of time. Realized he was getting challenged. Can he recover it? Oh, it's off the player!
Damn it.
That is insane from Rawas. What a recovery. That last second touch completely outplaying the defense. How about that for a finish? Improvisation from Rawas, playing what's in front of him perfectly.
So again, Falcons take the lead.
Fine.
Atomic, oh, that first touch really let him down. So in comes Kaliers. 2 players up. Oh, the pitch, that has been sent for one. Ravos will be pretty happy just to take control of the ball, but yeah, more of that, please.
Daniel nearly burst the ball with that ground pitch. Half the game to go. NRG looking composed. I think that 3-goal game has completely settled them into this match. They won't be too bothered about conceding a worldie. Like they did earlier, they're just right back to work.
Come on, boys.
Tie the game with a simple infield pass.
And it's all from pressure. Just keep sending players. Beast Mode gets
You guys imagine an NA final in Birmingham?
Then it might visually see.
Can a girl dream?
That's probably the worst goal Falcons have conceded because they've all committed to the corner. That's something we often criticize them for. There's no immediate pressure. There's no immediate threat in that back corner. The threat is if the ball comes across. And when it did, no one was there to defend it. They do like to just all stack up in the corner like this. And it doesn't often work for them.
Rawas waiting on the far side. He's not going to be able to pull into action as Daniel reset. Atomic in support. He's on his way.
Hi, Klumi. Good morning.
Daniel off his own back.
Come on, boys.
With the reset pass, but he had another touch as well to take it past TRK. The playmaking is on point for NRG's Daniel. He's taking over, looking like Daniel versus Rawas right now in terms of playmaking ability.
It is NRG Falcons.
And at any moment, there are 4 other players who are more than capable of stepping up and taking that mantle for themselves. Atomic, just fast enough. Here comes Rawas. And yeah, Beast Mode knows the task. Not give Rawas any time on the ball.
Who are you rooting for? NRG.
Daniel can just shoot.
North America.
He is so locked in. Daniel wins one race to the ball. Plays it high, right in front of Rawas, who's getting harassed by Beast Mode.
North America. Guys, remember, if you're watching on TikTok,
NRG
for whatever reason, chat's not working for me, and I can't read anything. If anyone is talking, I see that you guys are liking the stream, so thank you so much for liking it on TikTok. It'd be crazy if we get to 10,000 likes, even though I can't see chat. But if you do want to talk to me, I'm live on Purple app, Widow, and I'm live on YT app, Widow GG. I'm sorry that I can't see your message. I am a chat-forward streamer, so I feel awful.
Liz, looking to try and get something going. They've got time here to...
I want to take the extensions out because I didn't put them in properly, and it's hurting my head.
Yeah, she's just on another level at the moment. Is it going to provide another? Not quite.
Yeah, Daniel's just completely outstanding in this game. Defensively, he's making out plays happen. He's creating goals for his team. He's scoring goals for his team. He's just done everything right in this game 3.
Yet another outplay. And when you don't have to score,
and it's hurting my head.
Side of the field. 2 players gone. Beast mode. Backboard. Gonna go first time shot. 2 players committed. TRK cuts across. Let's try and make this awkward for Atomic, who does well and is immediately gets support from Beast mode.
20 seconds left. Falcons need
Hi,
to get a goal-scoring
Klumi.
chance right now. There's Kaliers coming through with the air dribble. Well defended by NRG. They're able to keep the ball in a safe location above their net.
Liz just going to see that ball rattle to his side of the field. Falcons have run out of time.
Infamous, thank you for the follow on TikTok. I get the notifications to my phone. I wish I could see you I wish I could see if you were typing. I appreciate you so much. I appreciate you so much, and I'm sorry. And I'm sorry that I can't see your messages right now. Thank you guys for the likes on TikTok, even though I can't see your messages.
Right now, it's giving me a lot of confidence that this can keep going. Every time he did something this game, whether it be an assist, or goal, and it turned to fist bump
extensions because I didn't put them in right.
As fast as possible as well. All right, fist bump, lock in again. We did start off with a wonder goal by Roas. That's an exquisite finish.
I'm gonna take him out.
But after that, Daniel
we'll have him back in later tonight, but I don't have him in right because they're hurting
Daniel
my
with a
hair.
flip reset, and look at that last touch, just lifting it over TRK's head. And then doing most of the work on this second goal as well, but Beast Mode once more. Off the ball, making himself annoying to play against. Falcons have got to figure out how to stop NRG from gradually improving their series. Now, they've taken their time out. It's a smart one to call because every game's gone slightly better for NRG and slightly worse for Falcons.
And for NRG, I mean, it's just that last air roll that Daniel seems to get. Falcons see him, they know exactly the amount of boost he's got, they think that the play is over, and then suddenly that little
I love
air
them.
roll left just pops the ball slightly in front of them.
I don't know if you know
and it just
this.
causes havoc, but the big thing for me here from NRG,
but you can pop
there
this
are players in front of the ball.
on the inside.
The second goal, it was beast mode, harassing over on the back line
and
gave him
tight
space. For the third one, Atomic was available to be passed to. We've not seen that previously.
So that it doesn't fall off
go and
your head.
outplay and hope that maybe we'll follow you.
Yeah, the other great news for NRG is that they're creating their own goals. They're not just waiting for Falcons to mess something up and then score an open net. I think we could put the first goal in game 3 down to that. Falcons just all triple committing to the back corner. Not a lot of defense there. But the other goals are playmaking from NRG. Looking at game 2 as well, playmaking from NRG. They're creating offense. They're actually outplaying their opponents proactively.
My head is still too small. See, I have a massive head, and they were still kind of too big for me.
The Falcons.
But at least they kind of stay on now.
Trying to right the wrongs. 2-time finalists in London. Happier than anyone else to see us somewhere else in the UK. But is it that the further we get away from the capital, the worse?
Oh, that's sick. I want the accessories now.
They've taken the time out. They've
I want the
spoken
purple.
to each other. Let's see if they found
Is it
the
light
answers.
purple or dark purple?
Immediately off the kickoff, Falcons rattle the post. Now for them, it's going to be about playing as a unit, trying to follow up each other's challenges, because you've got to assume at this point, especially if it's Daniel on the ball, he's going to outplay someone. You need another challenge right behind it to make sure that he doesn't outplay your whole team.
Can I drop the link? Yeah, let me permit you.
Whoever Was is, he's had so much success in the transition plays, but there's been no follow-up.
Oh, look at that.
Back pass, and Daniel actually wasn't quite ready for it. It was a nice idea.
Oh, Ash. Oh, Ash is close to permitting you.
Well by Atomic Roas will
W permitting.
I just waited for Daniel to get in the ball. That's, for me, really the moment that NRG will do something. Here he is, whether it's his own back wall, back corner wall. This time he is challenged.
It is very early.
And Falcons are going to try and use that as an opportunity to bounce corner. Reset, attempted. NRG do defend it well.
I need it. I actually need it. It's light purple.
Everyone's waiting to see what he'll do. Maybe waited a bit too long as they were up to the mercy of who could get to the rebound first. Now Atomic. Just can't get anything more than a 50 from him as TRK back to the wall. Well, that's such a heavy touch, and Kali's got a lot of work to do. Does well just to stifle it.
Yeah, even Falcons, of course, trying to get that ball into the back corner safely. But when they do it, they look nervous. When NRG do it, they look totally in control. The defensive difference is apparent.
Oh, I have more stuff in my cart.
Falcons have not had a pace advantage. They've not had an advantage when it comes to generating pressure. It seems like if they've tried to play
it's
a more
usually 50.
Style, it has taken some of their sting away.
No, I mean, I like lighter purple. I don't like dark purple. Lighter purple is my favorite color.
Ball's just stuck over here at the moment, and Kali's
Count when I haven't went to sleep. That's what I was going to say.
For him. Other option was just go for the fake. Here comes
She has not gone to sleep.
Falcons and the respect that he's generating. Even when they kind of knew he couldn't get to it, you still got to cover the ball.
Kick my ass.
And so many of these little pinch shots, team pinches, grind pinches. Being played so well by NRG. Daniel. Oh, he's out of position. A rare mistake. It's Roas who punishes him. Daniel underneath the ball in no man's land has not really been something we've been seeing, but yeah, he just couldn't see where Roas was, couldn't see where he needed to be.
A slight positional mistake.
I'll do it later.
1-0, half the game left. Looking to put us even again in the series. Nice demo. So, next one up, TRK in field, but Roas, yeah, very quickly told him, there is absolutely no chance I'm going for that one. First time shot, TRK, happy to take it, but it's not the best first touch.
That card was canceled.
Very low here is beast mode, so we need some help. Daniel, happy to provide. Here comes Atomic. A forcing save, but everybody committed from Falcons. They're really struggling when they're stuck in defense to make the right decisions.
Yeah, they're all low on boosts here. They're all panicking. They're all triple committed. Falcons have got to spread out. They've got to cover angles, but NRG can tell that there's a potential goal there somewhere. And they've had to retreat as well. Boost ran out in offense, just like it did defensively for the Falcons.
It might be a bit of a missed opportunity there for NRG because Falcons were really all over the place.
They were.
Outpaced, Atomic, half volley clear with Daniel as an option. What can he bring?
Oh yeah. Having it here and here, they'll match my room. Life will be perfect.
Think about that. That was unbelievable by Daniel. To come up with
Need this game to wrap up so I can wake up Lucas.
With a double tap on the
I
backboard
was supposed to blast him out of bed at 8:30. What should I do to blast him out of bed?
Player has missed the boost.
Oh my god, I can see TikTok chat now. Maddie Ice, thank you for the follow. Guys, if you have been lurking on TikTok, hi. I'm so sorry I haven't been able to see chat. It's finally showing me chat. I don't know why it delays by 45 minutes.
Oh, he's got Atomic mid-butt jump. Needed Daniel to come and help him out.
It's better timing though by Falcons with their challenges, and now the infield pass lands.
Hi, Indigenous.
Up too.
Austin, thank you for liking the live.
Just slowed the game down there for a minute. And
Indigenous, thank you for watching. Hi, Maddie. Oh my god, you guys were watching even when I couldn't talk to you. You're the best. I'll see you later, Princess Warrior. Thank you for being amazing. Guys, remember, I am live on Twitch, TikTok, and YouTube. I appreciate you guys. It is super early. It is day 89 in a row. We have drops enabled on Purple app. This is RLCS. We have drops enabled because it's RLCS, and it is the last full day for 35% off gifted subs on Twitch. So thank you guys for being amazing.
Liz just gonna get rid of it. 30 seconds left.
I love you very much.
Too silly.
And we're gonna have a tied series. I just got off from playing Rocket League to watch this.
Before revealing which
yeah.
gonna shoot the ball.
Good way to spend your morning.
And beast mode had absolutely no chance. Placement.
Indigenous, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you so much. Guys, thank you for all the likes. Let's get to 10,000 likes on TikTok.
It's a reassuring game here for Team
Falcons. Rocks. They're still gonna win the series. Knock on wood. Yes!
Now that is a beauty.
Well, they're on track. They had 25 seconds for 3. They only took 6 seconds. Just passing the ball.
The momentum.
Completely through the Falcons' defense.
The crowd cam is better.
This is absolutely
with the eggs. I know.
Falcons love to create some chaos. Can NRG get another early goal?
Well, they tried something, but third man unable to get good enough purchase on the ball. Roas trying to buy some time. Daniel has to get something. The reset wasn't good enough. Pass from a pre-jumping beast to Daniel. Well, I tell
almost
you what,
disgusting.
They didn't give it half a go. NRG can't get it done.
Be right back, guys.
But I can tell you right now, there is a whiteboard at the boot camp of NRG that had both of those plays written up. And a coach that's very, very happy.
I feel like I've been saying this all season about NRG, but why did they wait until they're down in impossible positions before they start playing this free-flowing, creative Rocket League? I really feel like I can't be imagining things here because they play their best when they're in these unwinnable positions. They nearly win, but can they do that? Or do they want to do that at the start of the next game from 0-0? They've actually been trailing, I think, every game this series 1-0, and then they've come back and won 2 of them. Almost came back to make that competitive. And what a series. Every time these two teams play, we get wonder goals from at all different angles. It was team plays from NRG, it was solo plays from Falcons. We also had the infield pass connected for them this game as well. Roas and Daniel have been, for me, the 2 best players, but Daniel there had a bit of an off game.
And that is the reason why you take the time out. You've got to just ice him for a little bit and make sure that he is uncomfortable.
I deserve it.
Oh, no, they did.
Game number 5.
Yeah, it looks like they didn't take the time out. They didn't. On the above NRG there. on the overlay. You see they still got their little pause button. They do still have your timeout. I wasn't sure there when you mentioned it. I had to turn around and take a look, but...
No, I was talking about Falcons timeout the last game.
NRG do still have theirs.
NRG here.
Most likely, well, mentioned they would use it if they lose here, but...
Ultimates overall.
I still like overall the shape of the series for NRG. Misplays like the one we just saw from Daniel in the last game to open the scoring. I don't think that's going to be a consistent problem for them.
Well, that was my worry when we came into this series, that we're just going to follow the storylines throughout the entire tournament. No, this is coming into this tournament. If you said Team Falcons against NRG, this is what I expected it to look like. Two titans of Rocket League, showing the best of what they've got. Here is Daniel. That's such an awkward save. Beastman can follow it.
It's always harder to bring the ball down like this than you think. Clears try to keep it close, but that small window
they got this.
Up again is exactly where Beast Mode commits on the shot. 1-0. Well worked goal. Good pressure by NRG in the first minute.
Rawas, the TRK. Oh, they've gone low with the shot.
How's Mother's Day been in the UK, guys?
Both teams working well from the kickoff.
Have the games been?
Together.
It's this series.
Back off the wall.
It's been close.
Rawas ends up not going for it. He's against Daniel again, who has been kept significantly quieter for the last 6 minutes. Falcons, I mean,
let's go, Austin.
Is slowly becoming a problem here because they keep getting rid of the ball. It's difficult for them to follow.
Yeah, they have to keep up their momentum if they are going to use all their boosts. Something they do very well.
I'm rooting for NRG here, but I'm rooting for Ultimates overall.
Banger of a clear by Beast Mode. Caught by Clear. Rawas is also committed.
They can beat Vitality. They can win this.
Has to win it if he goes as third, which he did. And now Beast Mode off the ceiling. Leaves it for his teammate. And now off the post and in. Atomic with great communication. Told Beast Mode, I've got this one. Hold position. TRK outplayed by the post.
I knew what you meant.
I'm sure Falcons for a moment when they heard the new sound effect thought they were safe. No, post betrayed them. 2 goals to the better. NRG starting to hurtle towards a double match point. And Beast Mode, that's straight in. Absolutely crushed him.
Just such a safe first man challenge there by Beast Mode. Play the ball, no nonsense. And look at the reward. It's Falcons down by 3. NRG made it into an interesting game after going down by 3 last time. Falcons have got more time to try and do that, but first things first, they've got to stop conceding.
Heck yeah, sausage.
Oh, that's such an awkward read. Oh, he still got it!
We're gonna keep it going as long as we can.
Okay. Just like NRG, immediately they score. What's a read by Clears? That's a phenomenal play.
That's the one that anyone else sees and go, okay, there's no way I could have got to it. Clear says, nah, it's actually quite easy. I think I'll feel better than that because he was the one that was challenged by Beast Mode for that third goal. Bit of a confidence booster.
We can keep it going for as long as we can.
Beast Mode, first time challenge yet again. And Rawas, who I'm sure would have liked to have received the pass, is instead going to have to trek the whole way back to his side of the field.
Yeah, the fights off the ball are constant. NRG make it another one. Oh, Atomic.
Good morning, Rose.
To make it 4-1.
To be fair, I'm usually just now going live. But RLCS started an hour early.
Had ball cam on as well to know that the shot was there for him.
I feel like Atomic will be slightly undersung for the effect that he's had in this series, but his off-ball pressure has been incredible. He's the one that really drove them forwards. Happy to take the risk. 3-goal lead re-established. Is it going to survive all too long, though? First time shot, Atomic's already waiting backboards. On the reset. Just happy to take these 50s for the time being. NRG just need to use the time as their friend.
Lumi, let's go.
Good outplay. Atomic's low. Still does well.
I'm proud of you.
Very well.
Garrett, thank you for liking the TikTok live. I appreciate you so very much.
Safety.
You guys are incredible. You guys think we can get to 5,000 likes?
NRG will do well to just solidify here. Try to keep Falcons at bay, but here come Falcons. It's again Atomic at the far post. Keeping NRG up by 3 goals.
Falcons, now we're getting into territory where they have to score soon. They know it. They couldn't get the power on the shot. Here's Daniel. Early flick. Determined just to chase down, get some 50s. And Yeah, no reason to overdo it here for NRG. They'll feel like they should have this in the bag at this point. Falcons will give it a couple more throws, but they need something before a minute mark. Dearie me! That's just
no.
Wow, what on earth
NZ, thank you for liking the live.
Beast mode.
I'm going rock climbing on Friday. Oh my god, have so much fun.
That's an incredibly rare mistake by NRG, and they've let Falcons back into this one.
Yeah, suddenly it looks a lot more likely, especially given the kickoffs that we have seen. Clears is going to have time, he's going to have the ball, and he's going to have an opportunity. He's got a pre-jumping robot! What a save from Daniel!
Oh my god.
Chances continue to rain in for Falcons. Their offensive output, as always, is good enough.
My god.
NRG need to show that best in the world defense for the final minute.
That's safe. Holy shit.
Still the target man. What a layoff that is. Oh, look for the backboard double. NRG are reading it as another boost miss. TRK pre-jump ceiling. What's it going to take to bring down NRG? Well, Falcons are at the point where they're overplaying it.
Yeah, he didn't want to get that second touch. He was trying to ceiling bounce pass it down to his teammate, but landed on the ball as well.
Keep him safe.
That might be enough for NRG. Just a couple more clears and they're going to be there.
To the corner.
And the man.
Oh, that's so difficult.
Oh no.
What a hit from Clears, but there's no way that should have made it.
That is an unbelievable shot. Daniel and Atomic both on the goal line. Beast mode forcing. Falcons still find a way through, and we do have drama on Aquadome.
Hi Eugene, good morning. It's even earlier today, Eugene. Broadcast went live at 7:30 today, Eugene.
Final few seconds for Falcons to work with. NRG have them right where they want them. Well, that's not a good clear though. Once again, Falcons great chances.
Guys, remember I told you that because of this going an hour early that I was gonna have to take like 10-minute breaks to get little man down, because normally he would be taking a nap right now if it had gone live when it was supposed to. Because it went live an hour early, it didn't. So I'm gonna go, unfortunately, I'm gonna have to go rock him to sleep. Can you guys take care of chats for me and not abandon me? Listen to the casters. Listen to the casters. Vote in predictions. Close predictions. If you're on Twitch, you can spank, slap, kiss, kill. If you're on TikTok, I love you and I will be back. I have to go rock my baby to sleep. Indigenous, thank you for liking the live. We could get to 10,000 likes on TikTok. But I will be back in like 10 minutes. You'll still hear the casters. You'll still see the game. But if you guys could keep chat safe and active and moving for me, or not even moving, just taken care of, I'd be really grateful. I will be back and I love you. I love you very much. And remember, if you're on Twitch, it's the last full day for 35% off, 5 gifted subs or more. So just throwing that out there. I will be back. I'm going to go rock Little Man. And I appreciate you guys so much.
Reset, flick it long. Hope that Rawas is pre-jumping you. Hope he can catch the ball. Get the reset. Use it. Backboard, double tap. That is what we're at. Just to get something that can maybe score.
Well, it's funny, both teams have played their best Rocket League while they're losing by 3 goals. And they've started to come back from impossible positions. And now Falcons on their last chance. Can we get Game 7's kickoff championship Sunday, or will it be NRG? Plot armor once again, continuing their run to another grand final.
Beast mode, out to Clears. Ceiling reset, but the ball just trickled away from him. Rawas not quite having the same communication with his teammate as he might have hoped. Very low boost here as NRG just scoops some 100s back up. So far, all of this has been for the Falcons, but again, struggling to create. Daniel, oh, that's so early from him. Takes all the sting out of the play, although that's a big misread. Falcons straight back over.
Falcons are committing heavily here. They're trying to continue the momentum they built at the start of the last game. Oh my goodness, Ruas, what a shot by him. NRG had no idea he's coming off the ceiling to not just intercept, but hit them with a half volley.
And to get it under the crossbar. Not just to get it, but to get it brilliantly. Team Falcons, they would love to see Champions Fields. Here's Daniel. Oh, that's so difficult. Crossbar help.
Whoa.
Teammate helps even more. Now Roas up to the air. He's got one and previously looks to add to another.
Still, air dribble defense looking very good for NRG. They have had better reads on Falcons' aerial plays. And the other way around. Roas has been a monster this series. He's going to be giving NRG nightmares if he keeps playing like this.
Well, here he comes just again, but actually he's his own teammate, which means we go long! And the nightmare of Thursday and Friday comes back to haunt the Falcons!
It was Roas with a misread. Didn't think the ball was going to bounce that far back middle. Overcommits as third. They still cannot shake their demons. Still giving away the occasional easy goal. Daniel looking for another 150s at mid. Falcons just get back in time.
Knew we had somebody coming over, but Falcons ready to the task. Oh, the fake! Clears had to be ready for it, but now suddenly it's NRG with all the momentum. Clears midfield, tried to pop it on, but it's another great 50. NRG are all over them at the moment. Atomic outplays one. Who's the next one up? Beast Mode drops it. TRK happy to see that was just a little bit slower.
Oh, Daniel's got to be careful here. Trying for the corner, double defensively, leaves it. And it was the wrong idea. TRK was there.
Just the power clear completely caught Daniel out. He thought he could get to it and control it. He was completely wrong.
I mean, it's bold by Daniel there to fake the touch. He's thinking that Atomic might get there, thinking that TRK might be reading him touching that ball. I think TRK has made the smart decision just to ignore Daniel and whatever he's up to in that position.
Atomic, oh, with a pre-jumping Roas, that pretty much just means that Roas is jumping. TRK, the last one back, and again, Falcons getting each other's way!
Oh!
And they almost paid for it!
Once again, last second save by Falcons. That's the second time this game that they've had to dive back across their own net after already conceding one of those goals. So many times they're committing to the sideball early and they're getting caught down for it. Here come NRG. It's 2-2.
They just couldn't do a thing about it. TRK just puts it right into the path of beast mode.
That's the big difference between these two teams. Falcons panicking in defense. They're clearing the ball middle. NRG do not do that. They clear it to the corner with such consistency.
And NRG turn up so well at the right time when somebody needs them, hooking straight across. Get decent power on it. The 2 each. Champions Field on bust. Khalil's almost got to it in time. Beast mode can recover. Does exactly that. Pops it again. Falcons need to just calm things down in defense because they're seeing a lot of it. They haven't done so. Again, getting each other's way. Beast mode to Atomic. And Khalil's had to hit the brakes. So that was an own goal. Instead, they break away. And Khalil's just over the top.
It's another very loose-looking Falcons play, but they're just about back into control of it. Rare miss there by NRG. Beast Mode has comfortable back corner control. They look like the team. They're ready to advance here. Falcons looking shaky every time they're put on the back foot, but moving forward as usual, they do look dangerous. Both teams look like they can score with every attack.
Daniel, reset. Got so many players going. Has to be a good read. It is there from TRK. Up to the wall. That's not great from Atomic. He does invite TRK in, who leaves it. Roas just wasn't there in time. So back to the mid. TRK can take over.
NRG are using the space in the pitch so well right now. Not rushing the offense. They're taking it laterally when they need to. Lucille did not land there for TRK. NRG should be able to break free.
Killers over to TRK. Back into midfield. Daniel takes it. Shot's just gonna be wide.
Just on a knife edge right now. Tension building on Neo Tokyo. Roas looking for the 50. Can he get another?
Daniel goes long. Killers caught in and he knew he didn't want to get dunked. Beast mode goes early. Got a pinch. TRK moves in. Passes it over to Roas. Instead, Killers claims it.
Are we going to overtime? Are we getting some more last-minute drama? Last-second drama. NRG on the back foot.
off the backboard. Next one up, Ruas pops it, Khalid goes, Daniel can't get there, here comes TRK! Next one from Khalid, who can get to it? Nobody in blue, NRG survive!
Overtime game 6, Falcons were so close to forcing 7, but they couldn't do it.
Clears, gets the 100, that might take Atomic away from the play. TRK already up, good first touch, second one, backboard. Here comes Khalid, instead leaves it for Ruas.
Ruas with a reverse takeoff there, good control, but their momentum's guiding the attack now. Here come NRG.
What's the wall? Atomic, ceiling read. Good clear, Daniel waits. Atomic gets a good touch, and that's very difficult, but Daniel's doing well. He gets rid. Oh, he might be through. Ruas has to get away from it.
He's got to be careful. He's running away from the demo there as well as running back into defense. Great interception again by NRG. Here's a big chance for them. TRK gets goal side of it.
And Daniel has to hit handbrake. Go all the way back. Corner Barry. Looking for the bump, looking for the demo. Daniel's already on the way up. Ruas will be low on there. So Khalid, he's got a turn. Here's Ruas. Half body clear.
Well, Falcons are pushing up so aggressively. Every time they're forced onto the back foot, NRG have so many clear-cut chances.
NRG looking to try and create. TRK. Well, they're not going to have Ruas as an option, so instead he's going to have to go the whole way by himself. Good 50. Ruas respawns. Does he dare go and challenge Beast Mode? No, zero boost, able to fake him.
Oh, great play by Ruas. Oh, the fake by Clear. Oh! What save in the recovery by NRG.
NRG again, barely survived. Long shot. Ruas happy to take it, but that was a bit of a lackluster touch. TRK gets rid of the danger.
Ruas unable to get the ball past Daniel. We settle into the long overtime. Now it's on the goal line. Ruas is there! Incoming game 7.
Because of course we are. I'll tell you what, these two teams, they left it late to peak. But my goodness, I'm rewarded for it. Falcons, who came so close in the dying embers of the game. Well, you can say a lot of things. You can't say that they aren't brave. They kept throwing everything at this. And for those of you looking forward to Champions Field, you're gonna have to wait that little bit longer. NRG have called their timeout.
It just had to be, didn't it? These two teams completely neck and neck all time in RLCS with these rosters. It was 3-0 Falcons the first time they played, 4-1 Energy the second time, now 3-3. They're just inseparable. But that timeout for Energy could be crucial. This is going to give them an opportunity to make an adjustment or just keep playing the way they are and hope that Falcons overthink it.
Well, to me, the player to watch is Ruas.
Yeah.
He is that guy at the moment. For a long time in this, it was Daniel.
Yeah.
But Ruas has been at the center of the best and maybe even the worst of what Falcons have provided. What are we going to get in Champions Field? Here are the accolades. Copenhagen finalists for NRG. London finalists where they beat the Falcons. World Championship finalists. They've won one major. They've come runner-up in 2 other major events. The Falcons finalists twice in London. Winners of the FIFA E-World Cup. And in this quarterfinals, only one survives.
Well, I think it's becoming more and more apparent as the series goes on that these teams are, while fully focused on the task at hand, more than ready to make a run through the bracket today. Started off in Laura's Falcons. NRG took a dip down after losing yesterday, but they're only 1 round back. The beauty of this format, you reach top 4, it's single elimination again. Falcons and NRG, 1 game away from top 4. 1 game away from facing the Ultimates in semis.
Well, we had to wait a while, but we are so back. Champions Field, 5 minutes, Team Falcons versus NRG.
And just like the 1v1 major final yesterday, everybody's nervous in Champions Field. Start for NRG. Capitalizing on the kickoff pressure is Beast Mode to a top.
And he did not take prisoners with that shot. That was with lethal intent, rocketed it under the crossbar. Perfect start from NRG, use that timeout well. Now they go for the diagonal kickoff. Kaliers takes it, but he can only palm it so far. In comes Daniel, easily beat through by Rawas.
Yeah, good play there by Rawas. Boostard still getting a quality touch onto it. Folks, they've got plenty of time to come back here. The worst thing they could do is start to play too loosely. Concede another easy goal. That's another clear down the middle. Falcons have got to be careful with those.
Well, we've seen multiple 2+ goal leads become very much under threat. I don't expect Champions Field to take any more prisoners than that. Rawas cleaned into that. It's twice now that he's got the easy beat.
Oh,
where's the follow-up? NRG are loitering around. They're sending the squad. 2 players gone again. Falcons are panicking.
Yeah, they are. It's just the classic positions that they seem to find themselves in. Rushing the ball.
We're in a game 7!
1 minute in. NRG in a good rotation here. Spread the pitch so well. Leaving very few openings, but where's the challenge? There it is. Atomic, player to make it happen.
Yeah, I think Atomic realized there wasn't actually that many options available. As long as he didn't get low challenge, he was going to be fine. Midfield, Rawas. Wants a second, gets a second. Not quite where he wanted the ball to bounce, though. That's a bit of a mystery there from Daniel. Who has not looked at his best for the last 10 minutes.
Come on. Who stuck around? Who's still here? Thank you for giving me a 15-minute break to try to get my son down. It didn't work.
Beast mode very quickly to it.
Solid saves again. NRG making good of their clear balls.
Corelli's here, Rose is here, Blur's here, good morning. Sausage is here, Lexi's here.
Still scoreless.
Trippy's still here.
Oh, here comes Rawas.
Austin's still on TikTok. Twinkie's on TikTok. Falcons tied the game. W's still here. Logan's here. Thank you for the GG and thank you for the rose on TikTok. You are incredible. Thank you for almost 5,000 likes on TikTok.
And of course, Falcons were not going to go out.
Poor little man. Oh no, he's doing great. He's watching Bluey now. His daddy's up. Kang's still here. I love you guys.
So 1 each. 3 minutes left to play.
Thank you for the follow on TikTok.
First time, no
guys, remember I am live on Twitch, I am live on TikTok, I am live on YouTube. We have drops enabled on Twitch if you want drops from Rocket League. We are watching Championship Sunday of the Rocket League Championship Series. And today is the last full day for 35% discount on 5 subs or more. So if you want to make us a millionaire, today's the day. Drop 5 subs and it's basically free. Today is the last and final day. Let's go crazy. Oh my god. Eugene's still here. Maniac's here. Come on. Come on, energy. Come on.
Daniel trying to play it behind the goalkeeper there. Didn't get enough power. What a read it was by Beast Mode.
Too early for this shit.
Making the adjustment, even on a fake aerial.
I just got free food. Maniac's living the dream. Thank you for 5,000 likes on TikTok. Austin, you're incredible.
Nothing too bad though.
Ooh, what free food did we get? But you're living the dream no matter what.
That's just not dangerous.
Rawas has just been a different level at the tail end of this series. So hard to get the
I just ate cake for breakfast.
Atomic's lurking upfield here. Redirect off the bar. Rawas was beaten.
Now they're looking for more demos. Kaliers had to avoid it. He was on low boost. Atomic just picks up 100. Looks for the pass.
Come on.
Daniel.
Dan. Yes!
It's perfect from NRG. Selfless play from Atomic and Daniel. And once again, Falcons, boostless in defense, cannot respond.
Yeah. The Falcons have got to try and get something on the board now. We've seen the magic that they can conjure up. Rawas already looking for the passing play to a pre-jumping TRK. Expect to see a lot of that in this last minute.
This is it now for Falcons. Will it be the end of their major? Do they have another moment of magic left in them? NRG pressing for 2. Falcons don't let them have it.
Wait, but so didn't you... Let's go! Hi, Cisco.
He crept off the line. Kaliers so eager to counter-attack.
I ordered $35 takeaway last night while we were drinking, but accidentally Thursday the next day I called them up and said, sorry, I want it now, and they said no problem, and then they just showed up with, oh my god.
What can they do from the kickoff? Played all the way
Buy
back
one,
to
get one
Clears,
free meal.
who is gonna have a creeping up
That's
beast
incredible.
mode. Roas
It's gonna be the
outpaced,
best day of your life,
not a lot
Maniac.
to do.
Sign.
It's not an angle that Roas can play with, but instead they take the shot.
Oh, come on.
Able to turn around. No, Daniel
I thought Daniel was gonna own goal. Come on.
Once again, great comms by NRG. In a series that's been so close between these teams.
What'd you get?
But the follow-up is there.
Okay.
Falcons have an answer.
Hold on half a minute. The Falcons have something special up their sleeves. We know that their kickoffs can be so dangerous.
But what was it? Oh, kebabs and pizzas?
With the 100. Oh, he's delayed it so much. Trades in some
Oh, and I
time,
just
but
realized
Beast
it's
was strong.
afternoon for you, so that's
heavy
not
commit by TRK, but he
crazy.
Gets a big win. Daniel with full control though. Music to NRG fans here.
TRK loses the challenge.
No, we don't need a Game 7 overtime.
With anyone around.
We just need NRG to wrap it up. I am an overtime enjoyer. I am a speaker of the truth. But no.
And there's no one over there.
Let's go!
Semi-finals.
Ah!
Just unbelievable drama. Great fight by both teams, but NRG are still on track to make it yet another LAN Grand Final. They've got to go through Ultimates, a team that they've got a good record against. I think they're going to like that.
Do you guys
matchup.
like my tweets today?
And what a heartbreaker
I'm
for
getting
Falcons.
active on Twitter again.
Plagued by defensive mistakes this event. Plenty that they can go home and think about, work on and improve on for next split. But wow, what a series for NRG. Showing more offense than any other stage in this tournament. The creativity was there. The
Well, they're
selflessness,
out,
the
Maniacs,
playmaking.
so.
And I don't think anybody doubts that they're a true contender. I don't think anyone's ever doubted they're a true contender.
Well, they're out, so.
The ability to show up every
Your
single
hatred
time and play their best Rocket
flowed
League when
through
it
you.
matters most is just like no other team in the world.
Something about being in front of a crowd for them. And for both teams, they had questions to answer coming into this series. And at the start of the series, we kind of got what we were expecting. And then halfway through, the gloves came off.
Best day ever. I said best day ever.
For both teams, clearly, there were lots of uncharacteristic mistakes. Both these teams were trying to just get through this.
I think this is going to be first killer's
Ride
first
the
major
momentum
win.
The rest of the day. NRG are the team to do it, guaranteeing a North American team.
Today's the day.
It'll be them versus the Ultimates later on today. But before then, we need to hear from NRG. We need to hear from the fastest first man. It's Beast Mode.
Beautiful.
Beast Mode.
Beautiful.
You guys know how to put on a show. Adrenaline pumping through your veins right now?
Absolutely. I mean, we always have Game 7s for some reason. It's never a fun time, but I guess
It's
a fun time
never
for you
a
guys,
fun
so
time.
It is what it is.
I guess
Thank you for all the likes on Twitter.
A good show,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we'll say that. We'll
That's
say that.
exactly that. But when Falcons started to call for their timeout, things started to unravel a little bit for you boys. What did you think they changed in their approach in that entire game?
I just think they started playing quicker and like started going
Posting
a lot more. I
on
feel like they were giving us a
Instagram
lot
that
of
we're
time,
live.
those first few games, and then after that they were just kind of like rushing a lot, not giving us any space, and they beat us, like 3-1, I think, after the timeout, and I think we just weren't prepared for it as we should have been. So yeah.
For a defensive team like NRG, like yourselves, do you feel like you could have done anything better to combat that once they started to pump up that aggression?
Oh, definitely. I mean, I think we could just been, like I said, more prepared about it and just kind of saying, like, reminding each other they're going to change something because they have to. So
Championship Sunday.
Thank goodness for the timeouts is all I'm saying, okay?
Yeah.
Talk to me. What was Falcon saying to you boys behind the scenes?
I mean, to be honest, he would just remind us that we were the better team the whole series. I feel like a lot of the times we were kind of giving them goals. We kind of making mistakes ourselves. Like, I think I had like 3 mistakes that I could have, easily stopped, and same with all of us. So. That's what I would say.
Well, that sucks
Is there anything you want to
for
say to
me,
the crowd that has been
but
cheering you
it's
on
fine.
so far?
Yeah, thank you guys so much. I was not expecting a lot of people you guys are supporting. Thank you guys for so much.
Are you promising us more best of sevens? All the way the full distance?
I mean, with us, yeah, I probably, yeah.
Classic NRG. Honestly, one more time,
All right.
Birmingham, for NRG.
You know, Gibbs, I feel like we've gone through so many death segments talking about NRG this weekend. Very rarely have we brought up the fact that prior to the last grand finals that they missed,
Gloomy, you're getting close.
They missed one online one, the most recent one, and we're like, oh, yeah, they're probably not going to make their back again. There was 11 in a row.
I know, but we've never seen a team make it to the final day being the worst offense in the tournament, but they showed up today. Laniel showed up early in the series. Beast mode with the pre-jumps, and Atomic, he was actually moving upfield, being aggressive, waiting for these passes. It was great to see the energy offense come back alive because we haven't seen it all tournament long.
It started with Daniel for me. He was the clear change-up. So often this tournament, he's found himself third man playing defensive Rocket League. He was, you know, downright ball chasing at times. But when he is in that attacking
Maddie
half,
would have appreciated that.
I don't know if there's any better.
I assume.
Yeah,
I don't know where Maddie
what a
is.
series.
I think she'll work tonight.
It was such a back and forth all the way to Game 7. Too.
No, it's Mother's Day in the UK. She's hanging out with her mom.
These North American teams in Neo Tokyo.
They don't like Neo Tokyo. I think Neo Tokyo might need to be removed from the map rotation, and then I honestly think North America can start winning even more than, well, I guess we don't win that much right now. But in general, I will say that watching these two teams in this match, and as they progress through the series,
I hope they speed it up a little bit because
if they play like this the whole tournament,
I've got to
leave
at
NRG. We were just talking about it. How many games? What is CJ? 22 games.
They played 22 games of Rocket League prior to this best of 7.
She'd probably be she works nights, right?
Or
no, she works during the day.
This series, they had 4 games with 3 or more goals.
And then all 4
she works
games
during the day
won
too,
were the 3
right?
more goal games. NRG
I don't know.
offense was actually
How long
there
is it going to
this
take
time
us to
around.
get to
And
up
Obstacle
down?
Clears missed down right there, but Falcons for the most part were still way more disciplined, way more polished, less just errors. I'm gonna call
Right
them.
now,
Less
it would
mistakes
take
from
30
their end,
minutes.
just allowing
We're gonna
easy
have to
goals
leave
on the
at
back
12:15,
half.
and if
And
they
these
don't,
two teams, man,
I
it's
want
so
them to
frustrating
speed
watching
it up
them. I'm
so
like,
I don't
wow,
have to
you
miss
supposed
the
to
grand
she
finals.
should be in the top
I think I'm gonna have to
four
miss
and
the
playing
grand
for
finals.
the
Hi,
Grand
Mackenzie.
versus
How
the
we
UK
doing?
board, right? But Falcons, some small mistakes at the end, and I think that's just
She
how
opens and
Falcons play, right?
closes.
They're gonna
Oh.
play that high-flying offense, and there was a few more double
Good
commits,
morning.
but it was much cleaner than it was all tournament long.
Yep.
They still
morning,
have
good morning,
a few
good
things
morning.
to work on, and I bet we'll see them back in Raleigh.
She,
I mean, it's
Colada
frustrating
pins.
because for a team that good, you see how, you know, the peak of Falcons.
I miss you.
The mistakes they make, the
just
other top
errors.
6 teams aren't making them. They're
I miss
silly.
you too.
Like the one spot I thought that they could have won was Game 5, where they dominated.
I
the back
set
half
up
of that
Pickle
game, but they were
Festival
down.
They were
It
down
was
the
so
group
early.
chat.
Yeah.
But they dominated the entire back half. So if they would have just cleaned
That
up
I
that
wish
early
I
part of that
was
game,
there
they might
for.
have won the
But
series.
there was a few goals in the beginning of Game 5 that were just straight up like, this is Rocket League. This is the weird silliness that happens, and it's going to happen in every series. It's going to go for you as often as it's going to go against you. So you
Prediction,
have to find ways
choose
to
outcome,
win matches
NRG.
despite of those situations, right? It's Game 5, maybe not the spot for them to be able to get it when the Rocket League goes against them like that. But my goodness, what a
This if you want
situation.
trading
With
back.
that victory, we now are guaranteed a North American representative in the grand finals. The question is, who will fight on the other side, South America or Europe?
South America or Europe. I don't know if y'all can hear the crowd. I've already heard the Vitality fans. They're making
Oh
noise.
man,
do wanna
I gotta
point
do
out
it.
that This NRG Ultimates
I gotta
matchup,
do it.
the Ultimate stopped NRG from doing the three-peat
I gotta do it.
over in the Opens in North America in the semifinals. Took it away from, right? Am I right
Yes,
about
it's
that?
a
I am.
4-0 as well.
Oh, it was a wow.
I gotta do it.
But
All right,
the
guys.
Ultimates,
You're gonna
for
have
the
10
most part, have
minutes
been losing
to
it
vote in the
more times than
prediction.
not, but they did want that matchup, right? I think you talked to them, or someone said.
I didn't
and
talk
they
to
wanted
him. I didn't talk to him. So now
Here,
I got the
Freya.
hearsay going on.
All right, all right.
Vitality.
Hearsay going on. And also, it wasn't Ultimate players.
Vote, 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 vote,
I
vote.
assume LJ wanted Falcons, but I think maybe the rest of Ultimates, maybe First Killer wants another crack at
LJ,
NRG.
okay, okay.
We'll see.
Excellent.
We'll see it, folks. If you watch a lot of Rocket League and you're like, it would be kind of fun to like watch it the way I get to watch more sporting style events where the cameras are like on the sidelines the whole
Took
time.
my extensions out, and now it feels weird.
Esports, you can watch from the crowd cam. Watch in the audience.
Because I didn't like do my hair to not have the
It's a lot of fun.
extensions
I like
in,
this.
so
I
now
like
it's
this
like
camera.
they took
It
that.
really just lets you honestly kind of learn the game a little bit more and understand. Like when you're watching from the player perspective, it makes everybody look like they're
Yeah,
moving
we're
so
no matter what,
fast
it's
all
gonna
the
be
time.
NAEU,
But in reality,
which
there's a
is
lot of
amazing.
downtime in Rocket League where sometimes players go all the way back, they might have more space. And you're like, oh wow, that's why
Guys,
they
vote
go
in the
for that. So I've
prediction.
been kind of
Guys,
looking
remember,
at that.
I am live on
I've seen a
Switch.
lot of,
I am live on
reactions, so I do
TikTok.
like
I am live on YouTube.
RLCS.
We have drops enabled on Twitch.
The action continues here in
We
Birmingham.
have
have our
drops
first of
enabled
5
on
matches
Twitch.
down, and
Make sure
we
your
now
Rocket
have
League is connected
3
to your Twitch
teams
account.
in the top 4.
And today
One
is
team
the last
left to be
full
decided.
day for
It'll be this Fury versus
35%
Vitality
off
match coming up
5
after the
gifted
break,
subs
CJ.
or more. So if you gift 5 subs right now and help us become a millionaire, it's basically free when it's 35% off. Girl math.
Best of 7.
You've got this.
All righty. Well, folks, we're going to take a quick one. When we come back, the action continues to
and now we're going to have a break.
An international grudge match. 3 events in the making at this point. Vitality.
I don't care about this LAN anyway.
You won't want to miss it. This is the RLCS.
I was like, Fury is still there. Hi, Alex. Thanks for watching on YouTube. Yeah, I've got to end at 12.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable.
NRG is going to the finals, which is basically G2. So
and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com.
Taking my antidepressants with cake in the morning. Hit it. No, it. No, it can't. Because Furia Sam. Team Vitality versus Furia plays right now. And the winner of that will play K-Corp. And then the other semis is Ultimates versus NRG. Those are the only matches left before the grand finals. Blast gives you a website and they make it wrong.
Part of the RLCS Birmingham Major. It's really great to finally be part of, you know, like a family, a real Rocket League family.
No. Yeah, that is. Oh, I can just do this. So this is the current one. What's different about it on Blast? They have NRG playing K-Corp? No, yeah. Yeah, they're wrong. NRG's playing Ultimates. I wish it could be an all-NA final.
All-around great guy.
But no, NRG's playing Ultimates.
Nice.
The winner of this will play K-Corp. So it could be EU semis and NA semis, or it could be Sam.
Time for the conclusion, folks. It's time for round 5.
They're still lowers. This is the last lowers.
I'm sure it comes from a good place. Okay, these are
of course they're
really
big fans of Veracity.
Really passionate about Rocket League, and
she did FIFA and she did the last Worlds 2 as an interviewer.
And I'm sure of that.
I was really disappointed in some of the Twitter interactions around her because I understand being disappointed when some of your broadcasts don't make like mainstream. Yeah, it's Veracity. I was disappointed in some of the commentary from some people because like I understand being disappointed that some people didn't make mainstream, but also it shouldn't be the same people every time, and there should be opportunities to foster talent. And she's also not on the desk, she's the interviewer, and she was the interviewer at FIFA and she was the interviewer at the last thing. Like she's the interviewer, she's not on the desk, she's not an analyst. And she's doing great. Speaking of, will you guys go like my tweet? Because it tagged a going live tweet. Hi Camer, thanks for watching on TikTok. How we doing? Yeah, just follow the Wikipedia one. I am good, Cammer. Oh yeah, no, I'm not judging Twitch chat at all. She's gorgeous. They lose their mind when Herc's on, when Lemon's on, when Veracity's on, and it's because they are beautiful women doing badass things, full of confidence, and they're doing a good job at it. I also go feral when they come onto the screen, but I'm married, so I tone it back. I am married, so I roll it back at least a degree. I'm gonna ask something really weird in like an hour and a half. I'm gonna ask something really weird in like an hour and a half, but you guys are gonna help me pick what I wear to brunch today. I show them on stream and you guys are gonna pick. And we'll pop the extensions back in. And during the last series, we'll be doing our makeup. It is a multitasking day. But guys, also remember, I talked to you guys about this morning when I went live because of the daylight savings time and having to go live early. In about half an hour, I'm going to try to get Little Man down again. So I'm going to have to step away for like 10 minutes. And you guys are going to be in charge.
First thing I see when I look at the car are them big boy wheels. Black on black, got a
and you guys are going to be in charge.
Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through the fields.
It was Madison's birthday last weekend and we had to cancel her birthday brunch. We had to cancel her birthday brunch because Lucas had so much work to do on her birthday. And so it got rescheduled for today.
I take corners better than stick. I don't work, but who said I don't shift? Paddles in the back, or we can do stick. Even in the moon, my car would stick. First thing I see when I
so I'm not canceling on her again, especially when we canceled on her birthday.
Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through the fields. Press the start when you hear that tiger really come alive, it's real. 99 octane, I got the juice. I got goals to reach, let me loose. I got horns I can lock with a moose. Every time I turn, I just get a boost. Wheel spinning, rubber spilling, way ahead, boy, I'm proper chilling. If I tried, I'd pop a piston. You don't know what you're doing, you should probably listen. I'm really that guy, spinning that wide. Give me targets, I'll hit him with the backside. Whoa, better move when the backslides. Go wheel to wheel, 2 cars, that's high. And we can keep going all night. We can go 2 wheels, we can even do bikes. Stop for the feds, psych. Left and right, car swings like mine. First thing I see when I look at the car are them big boy wheels. Black on black, gotta coordinate when I get to the grill. Headlights looking like
I'm not a fan of the song.
Press the start when you hear that tiger really come alive, it's real. First thing I see when I look at the car are them big boy wheels. Black on black, gotta coordinate when I get to the grill. Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through.
Guys?
Press the start, you hear it really come alive, it's real. Black on black, my wheels.
Did they start early today? Yes, an hour.
It's real. First thing I see when I look at the car are them big boy wheels. Black on black, gotta coordinate when I get to the grill. Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through the fields. Press the start when you hear that tiger really come alive, it's real. Black on black, my wheels really come alive, it's real. Black on black, my wheels really come alive, it's real. Headlights looking like cat's eyes high being cut through the fields. Press the start, you hear that tiger really come alive, it's real.
Thank you, Rose. It is too British.
We start things off with a 7-game instant classic. NRG versus the Falcons. Upsetting the predictions, upsetting everybody out here except for the Americans. They were pretty happy about the results of that one. Welcome back to Birmingham, folks. We got 2 teams from North America on one side of the bracket. How are we going to fill out the other? It's time for our second quarterfinal of the day. Vitality preparing to take on Fury here in just a moment.
Yep, 3rd time's the charm for both of these squads in the 3rd straight major, you said?
is third straight major. Yes, they didn't meet up at Worlds, but
Furia,
they have
Vitality,
met
Furia.
at the last two majors preceding Worlds.
And it was a split decision both times. Obviously, once in Swiss. Whoever won that lost in the playoff bracket. So for Furia fans, they're pretty happy about
Maniac,
that.
I canceled on her on her birthday.
This entire split until they ran into Vitality
Last
in Swiss.
week.
And Vitality not only won.
I canceled on her birthday.
Yeah, Furia,
Last week.
They looked really good yesterday, though. I feel like the playoffs have been, it's been revealing new things about certain teams. Furia is one of them. Vitality is also another one. They did not look anywhere near as
canceled on her birthday last week.
So
I know.
you know, coming into this,
No, I'm missing the
before
grand
yesterday's
finals
match,
for
I'm
this.
thinking, oh yeah, if that projected bracket
But
happened,
I also got
Vitality
on
should
at
win pretty
7:30
easily.
for you.
Not so confident
What
anymore.
did you
Lost,
cancel
just
for?
played
Lucas
a
had so much
blinder
work to
yesterday.
do.
He was
And I asked her if she wanted
And
B to
it's
just
and
come
also-
or if
but
she
then
wanted both
it's
of us
Sunday.
because it was
We've
all of
now
us.
gone to sleep, lost an hour of sleep, and woken
Shut
back
up,
up.
sausage.
NRG looks like a different team. Vitality could look like a different team too.
It's very possible. I think
Okay, now that Ash isn't the only person talking, how did we like the drug game?
Like, guys, don't worry about it. When I show up and land, then I'll be fine. Versus Ultimates made a lot of mistakes on defense, a lot of missed touches, and that resulted in some goals.
Folks, we have a few more matches left on the day before we have our grand finals. This one will decide our 2 semifinal matches. We will have our top 4 after the conclusion of the match we are preparing for right now. Ultimates versus NRG coming up right after that.
Besides the
North
trash
American's
collecting
gonna get
sim
on the pitch.
for half
Excited
an hour,
for it, folks. It's time to
the
find
rest
out
of it.
who's playing against
It
Cardinal.
made me buy it. I think every time I play a game that I'm not sponsored by, the people that end up downloading, there should be like a thing that goes, I bought this game because of Widow.
Here comes Furia!
Okay, while they talk through the interviews, when they talk through the intros, I'm gonna pee really quick. I'll be right back. And then let's fucking go, Furia. Continue the birthday weekend buff.
And Furia has played 24 matches this entire split. They have won 23 of them. Their one loss was in the Swiss versus Vitality, and that loss was a 14-3 smacking by Vitality. But yesterday looked different for Furia. Hey, I'm just pointing out, they want revenge, all right? They want revenge here. Trevino has looked good.
We're supposed to be hyping them up.
Yeah, I know.
We're supposed to be hyping up Fury here.
I'm hyping them up.
The emphasis he put on smacking.
You're coming out later. Save that for the Vitality bit.
It doesn't matter. Like, Trevino has good vibes.
No, you're done. Johnny got some up. Johnny got some up.
Look at this guy lost. So yeah, D-Bit is passing it to me because he's a diabolical Sam disrespecter,
All right, now you're on me
underrater.
now.
Lost played one of the best series ever played yesterday, but if you have been watching this guy's career, you know he's always had that ability. You know Drafinho's always had the ability he showed in Swiss. They've always had that. It's because they've had, you know, the inability to put it all together at the same time has prevented them from being true contenders, I think, up until this point.
Lost and company looking to replicate the success of yesterday.
And now their opponent, on the orange side, representing Europe, with 4 world championships between them, please welcome Team Vitality!
Vitality, the organization, went off last year without winning a single RLCS land. That is unexpected. That's not. They're not hitting the bar that they need to hit when they have a player like Zen. I am hyping him up, Gibbs. Give me a second to speak. Zen looking like still in top form, looking still like the best player in the game. And Vitality, when it picked up Mr. Thumbs Up Exotic Clinic.
And they smacked Furia yesterday as well, as Gibbs so kindly reminded us.
2 days ago.
2 days ago, sorry.
2 days ago, they smacked them, and then they got the two-time world champion doing some weird hand thing. I don't know what that is. Somebody, the anime fans, tell me what that is. I don't know what that movement was. But listen, Monkey Moon, you know what he brings to the table. I wish underneath the best land finishes, we had how many times he's gotten first. It's been a first.
He just wins.
I think it's
he wins.
3.
Is it 3? I'm also trying to count.
Made the 2 worlds.
Yeah, I'm also kind of trying to EWC.
Yeah.
Oh, you
EWC won that as well. So the last 2 major 3v3 lands when they have full rosters, because you got FIFA E. Monkey Moon and Exotic both came out as champions of, and then you already know what he brings to the Furia. They're going to have to be punching up, and like you said, JB, they all have to be on right now. It can't just be the Lost Show. Can't be Dr. Rufy cooking up. Yan can't take a back seat. All 3 need to be on if they're going to beat Vitality.
Honestly, the matchup I'm going to be watching the most is Lost versus Monkey Moon. These are the players that, if they're popping off, their rosters are unstoppable. We always look at the frontline guys, the superstars up in the sky.
Warming his controller. He's warming the controller with the hand warmer.
It's so interesting because he warms his controller up, and then if you watch him, he leans back. While he's playing. He's like,
Here are the superstars of these 2 rosters, Zen and Yan. We saw
I might save a game, but I will still watch it.
Spectacular fashion.
That's fair. I just want to try new games as they come out.
But get the W at the end.
Yeah,
I want to get into that phase.
77%, and Zen, honestly, on the offensive side, not being involved as often, but the demo game is huge from him.
Yeah, and then you got, listen, I almost wanted to point out Yan's numbers right there, because he took a backseat yesterday. Really didn't even, I don't even know if he had that many.
Why is that odd?
Games. Going in the first 2 days, he was definitely the best, but then Lost took over. Yan playing like that with a Lost is balling now. No birthday bump this time around, but he's going to continue that momentum. Got trusted in young man.
That's fair.
Yeah,
I still play PS4.
I really feel like they can put it all together today. Furia, they've got all the pieces. They had Lost yesterday, who was outstanding. Rafinha at the end of Swiss looked like the best version of himself. Yan at the start of the tournament. They've got it all there, and I don't think that one performing well takes away from the others. They do give each other opportunities on the pitch. But yeah, for me, the problem is Vitality are angry. They're mad. They don't want to be starting their day this early after losing.
The day I can't find them anymore is going to ruin my life.
All these players bounce back from situations just like that.
I love the grudge match we have developing here, though. Again, these teams in RLCS are currently 3-2 in favor of Vitality. Furia would love to keep that record equal.
I was like, when you get a what?
Forward. Man, what a way it would be. Let us know who you think is going to win in the progressive fan vote at home. Hashtag FUR for Furia. Hashtag VIT for Vitality here.
Nice, Crowley.
Coaches are preparing their teams for another duel.
And I talked about Furia, like obviously losing 14 goals to 2 versus Vitality, smacking, but that was 15 minutes of tape that they looked at, and they have looked like a different team outside of that matchup. So will all that knowledge be brought back into this match and make it close?
Well, I'm excited for us to get into the game, so it's time to let us know who you think, or who we think is
going to
win
you
here.
got?
Johnny, who's your pick?
This is a really tough one. You know, like I said earlier, before I saw
There's
Lost
probably like 20 of them now.
I'm thinking Vitality, but after I saw Lost play, I'm thinking, wow, this is a real coin flip. But I told Zen yesterday
on that note,
to pick them because I don't want to Zen.
5 subs or more is 35% off, chat.
When Zen comes knocking, you answer.
That's true.
To be fair, Zen asked him, are you going to predict us tomorrow? Like,
for one more day.
You got to find out tomorrow. You better worry about the game and not worry about me. What you worry about my prediction for? Wait, does your prediction hold that much power?
You're not wrong, though.
When this rematch happens, because, you know, I love my numbers.
You're not
I love
wrong.
history. I still am going to back that history. I think Vitality wins this.
I thought you were going to go Furia
last time. No, I'm going Vitality here. Going for it.
Who are you picking?
Okay. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm really confident in this Furia squad right now. I ain't gonna, if they keep all playing like that, they could win. But I'm gonna go with Vitality this time around. I'm gonna go with
Zen get to you as well?
I think they're too consistent.
There's a lot of
Vitality Death Sleep. Yeah, curse them.
Yesterday and somehow think everything changed overnight. Give me Furia here. I
Thank
think
you,
Furia's
Wave.
gonna make the upset. and knock out the reigning world champion player.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think everything's gonna change.
Four world champions on one side.
Josh
We'll
Avery,
see.
thank you
Does
for
the
the
coin
follow on
agree
Twitch.
with you guys? It does. The vitality going to be strong for the coin here as well.
No booze this time, though.
No.
Right, I'm gonna run an ad before the match starts.
The coin is impartial here. There's going to be the favorite on the desk. They're the favorite in chat. This is going to be a big one. I'm very, very excited about it. I hope you guys are excited as well. This match has happened so many times, but somehow this one feels like it matters more than it ever has. This is it, folks. Get up and get loud. A date with the blue wall. It's going to be happening here very, very quickly for the winner of this contest. There's a rumble in the Amazon. The cats are on the loose. And yet, it's the Swarm on Championship Sunday. This is their element. A rematch as inevitable as it is spectacular. Welcome to the International Grudge match in a battle for the top 4. Vitality versus Furia. Welcome to the jungle.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for fire and flames because historically this one gets feisty. As we enter game 1 brought to you by Progressive, it'll be a slug match.
I think we all look back to see these two rosters post-series shouting at each other quite frequently. There's a little bit of beef that goes on behind the scenes in these Rocket League matches. Vitality, they recently have had the last laugh. It's cleared away with Monkey in a very early chance in favor of Furia. Over in the Swiss, it was Furia losing to Vitality. It was 0-3 against them.
Come on, boys.
Times these two have played at tournaments. Whoever beats the other in the Swiss ends up losing in the knockout stages. So Furia fans, all hope is not lost. It's a brand new stage. It's a brand new best of 7 for these two against each other.
Come on.
Exotic has to make an early save. And Team Vitality in general, Stumpy, they seemed angry yesterday.
Yeah, especially Monkey Moon. Everybody knew it wasn't a secret. He wasn't playing to the level that we all expect. Zen, however, was on fire yesterday and is continuing to burn on Champ Sunday.
The star player in the world has been Team Vitality's star man this tournament.
Oh.
Look at that, by the post. Ting. Gets it in. And Team Vitality, one thing they will want to bring into this series is momentum from their last match against Furia.
And I mean, looking at how they ended up, I think, reacting off their previous series, I was kind of hinting towards it. Monkey Moon, he was not at the level that anybody anticipates, especially at these majors. He can have a wobbly major. He can have a little bit of a wobbly world championship. He normally bounces back. He normally goes on to win stuff. This is going to be another hard challenge for him, though. He's now sitting with a brand new team.
Come on!
Now clear that one away. It's the first save brought in by Monkey Moon.
Furia have had some decent chances. The shooting hasn't been ideal just yet, and Team Vitality.
Those are fucking gaslighters looking people lie to themselves. The presets are good. I think people just think, oh, if the pro can play with it and it buffs them, it'll buff me. And I'm like, that's not what it means.
I mean, Lost has been, throughout the Swiss as well, their best player. Lost has been unbelievable across the board. Statistically looking great. Eye test, he's looking great as well. Yan, another player too, who...
This is the quarterfinals. Next is the semifinals, and then the grand finals.
77% of all goals that go in favor of Fury.
This is the last of the last quarterfinal match. And we have 2 semifinals, and then we have the grand final.
Alongside Monkey Moon before they went from Team BDS to
the winner of this will play K-Corp. The next match will be NRG Ultimates, and then the winner of this playing K-Corp. And then the winner of both of those is in the grand finals.
Despite going the goal behind, they've had more of the play in my opinion. They just can't quite get that goal again. Zen gets the save.
Yes, it's Championship Sunday. This is a major, and so then it'll be an open again, an open, a regional.
Caught by Lost, beats out one, beats out the second, not quite. Zen again defensively chilling.
Next majors in June. Ooh, Raleigh.
Just going wide.
And then Worlds is in September in France.
Please, how many saves they are being forced to make. There though, Giannis had to make 3 of his own for Furia, and he finds his team behind. Monkey Moon almost nudging Zen out the way. That's been an issue for Team Vitality plenty of times. They're also itchy to get to the ball when they're defending. Sometimes they can trip.
Well, yeah, but they'll be Rocket League every weekend.
They have survived,
in like
their lead
2 weeks.
Zen against Yan. Let's go into the corner. Exotic's going to catch this one and flick it almost over the top of Lost. Lost.
No rest for the wicked.
The edgeable bump against Exotic. That was going to go forward towards Rafinho. Fury has to do a little bit of defending now. Team Vitality beginning to step it back up.
Vitality, they don't normally actually take on too much of that pressure. They're typically the ones giving it. They're the third lowest team to be actually having any shots against them. And Fury on the other side of things,
that 1v1 was amazing.
Team to be conceding all of these shots. So Zen wants to continue that number going. Pushes it towards Buffino, then removes him from the ceiling. His demo games as well, Cole. He's been playing off-ball much more frequently than he has done online.
Yeah, there's always changes when you come into these events, and it's how teams deal with that extra strain. Extra pressure that goes on, and the differences in gameplay between yourselves and your opponents. Vitality have been there all along. Furia, though, playing together for a couple of seasons now, these three. The most recently brought into this team is Jan the ball up. Team Vitality retain their slender lead up against Furia in game one. Had a feeling they were going to charge into this one, but it seems more full of tension than I expected as Monkey Moon gets it forward on the right and Jan clears.
Here's time.
A high scoring game. Both these teams wanting to continue their grudge match, keep taking chunks out of each other. It's been a lot of midfield battle. A great dunk from Lost. He's going to push it towards the Vitality half, but then immediately responded back the other way. Monkey Moon keeping it central. Jan has to bump off the side of Zen. Final 30 seconds. Furia really haven't pushed that deep into the opposite half. Oh. A monstrous flick up again. That second touch.
Who are you rooting for, Furia?
But a rocket from the Furia half.
Yeah, I think Jan had the read as well. It was an all-important touch there from Team Vitality defensively. Lost is going to get another go. 19 seconds now. Pre-flips towards the ball, wants to get something on it, isn't able to. Then gets it back towards Furia territory. Jan's turn now. As Rafinha in the center, good touch from him. Lost is awaiting it. Can he get the ball into the middle? He wants to. Monkey Moon doesn't let him until.
Good demo.
Here's Jan against Monkey Moon. He snatches at his shot. And barring a miracle for Furia, it still could happen though. That will be game one. Let's see. Can Furia give themselves one last shot? Can they fade each other out? Team Vitality take an uncharacteristically nervy game one.
Monkey Moon, I think, is so relieved with the shot that Jan ended up putting on net. That one's soft and central, exactly where Monkey Moon was, and he could then end up clearing it away. He could have waited a sec, maybe put it back behind him. Monkey Moon was using all of his momentum. That's the only way he got that save. Poorly played by Jan, I think.
We've seen quite a lot of that in this event, in my opinion. Shooting opportunities that you're expecting to see bullets into the top corner that's been rolled quite safely. I do feel the winner of this event will be the team that's braver with their shot.
I gotta try to get a little man down. Once again.
Sniping. The upper left or right at 90. However, Team Vitality don't have to worry about that too much.
I will be gone for about 15 minutes. If you can take care of chats, if I do have a mod that can monitor kind of YouTube and TikTok and monitor this chat, do some slapping, some kissing, some gambling, some vibe check. Keep chat moving a little bit for me.
Both ended up pulling out of it, calling each other on.
Keep chat moving a little bit for me, and I gotta try to get little man down. I will be back. I love you.
Yeah, the last time we had, I remember we were in Copenhagen and Carmine Corp. The EU crowd actually ended up going against them. It ended up being UK versus France. This time it seems that Team Vitality have won the hearts of the English crowd. Fury are going to have to deal with that extra little bit of awkwardness. We saw in the 1v1 how well Jan can deal.
Yeah.
And the chips are down and the crowd's against him. Doesn't phase him, but now he's got all three of Team Vitality against him, and he's gone behind again. 1-0 early doors.
Another early goal as well. Same story as that first game. It's a wonderful save from Rafinha, but the fact it dropped central, Monkey Moon knows the power is not going to be sent too far away. Drops straight down. Monkey Moon is there to poach. And a 16-second goal for the Buzzing Bees.
We've already seen in this first couple of games that Monkey Moon seems a lot more comfortable. Yesterday, when they did lose to the Ultimates, after those first couple of games, he never really seemed secure in his position on the pitch. Now he's rocking and rolling. Team Vitality looking all the stronger for it. Monkey Moon might have another chance. He tries to take it slow. Keep his attack going, didn't want to overcommit.
Yeah, especially seeing as he's the third man, has to take it slow there, making sure that if the ball ends up flying past him, it's not due to his fault, keeps it nice and slow. Great play from him to make sure the composure is there for Vitality, but the pressure going the other way now. Furia, a little bit of time.
Rafinha looking to get involved in the play. Jan's rushing back with no boost, and so Lost as well at nothing. He manages to force a flick to make Team Vitality look a little bit awkward. That's not all he could do there. Here's Rafinha, the shot safe. The lower corner. Monkey Moon, I think, would have had it covered even if it was in the upper corner. It does mean that Monkey Moon didn't have to jump, so was able to follow the next touch up. Jan's turn this time. Almost over exotic. Team Vitality Not looking like they're struggling against the Furia solo plays at all at this point. Lost could change that, but again, it's forced above the backboard, and Team Vitality are there.
Pretty clean so far as well from Vitality. They've not had to stretch too much for any of these saves. Furia's offense have looked not necessarily toothless, but a lot less scary than we've seen in previous events and previous series. Maybe it's just his Vitality side. They're going to buck that trend of winning in Swiss, then also winning in playoffs. They might have found that secret sauce against Furia.
Team Vitality always love beating Furia. Finio to the ceiling. Lost goes for the early shot. It's almost there. Then, oh, it's a little bit awkward. And a big demo comes in from Exotic just before Furia were going to pull the trigger.
The huge opportunity as well as now a pass central down, bottom corner. And Drafinio is the first scorer for Furia.
Drafinio, a player who sometimes can underperform on land. He can have awkward, dodgy games. Seeing him playing well, getting involved in the scoring is a great sign for Furia because he's such an excellent player. Keyboard and mouse user. Furia do have their equalizer, and I think they're good for it.
2 minutes now. Drafinio taking a little old pot shot. Let's get sent straight off the backboard and carried along by Zen. Next to it is Monku in perfect positioning. Again, shoots bottom corner. The post will keep him away.
Vitality stepping up after conceding, but Furia now looking like they're in the mood. Lost almost gets over the top of Zen. There's going to be a race here. It's Drafinio coming in. That was scary as the third man, but got a decent chunk of the ball as he had to. Then tries to keep it low. Goes for a huge flick in the air. Whoa!
The ball had a blue trail on it. Might have helped it along its journey, but you see at the back, Monkman going for a bump with Drafinio, forces him high. Maybe a smidge of extra speed, but that is 99% Zen.
Just wait till you see 100. I'm sure at some point it's going to happen, either in this series or if Team Vitality do survive later on in this tournament. Here is Zen, he's waiting. Finio gets it as far as Monkman. Great charge down there from Lost. Zen had sniffed that danger and was able to get to it nice and quickly. And loses it to Exotic. Rafinho's in there, but he's beaten by Zen. Zen via the ceiling. Wants to get the flip reset at the end of it. Uses all of his boost. Rafinho gets a nudge on it, sends it high. Lost. Can't get too much power here, so Furia are going to have to do a little bit more defending. Team Vitality can keep the attack going. Zen to the backboard, doesn't get the follow-up for once. Now it's Yan versus Monkey Moon, 1v1. We know what Yan can do in these situations, but that one hits the crossbar.
Yan was flicking like nobody's business yesterday as well. Didn't go for the air dribble bump, so any of the 1v1 naysayers are going to be quite happy with it. Lost shooting to the right-hand side, can't sneak it in. Drafinio there again, bangs the crossbar, a big old clang, sent away from the net. Lost now there again. Furia are starting to come online.
And I don't mind it from Drafinio either. It's a mistimed shot. It's gone a little bit too high, but you can't put it safe. Better to hit into the backboard and have players follow up, as we see. Look at the pressure that it leads to. And eventually, when Furia get it back, Drafinio does sink this one.
With the help of Lost as well, manages to read it, wants to send it in himself. But Drafinio on the follow-up in case he can't, and thank goodness he was there. Furia draw themselves level with Vitality in the higher scoring game that we thought would be happening compared to game one.
Yeah, Drafinio among the goals, but Lost at the moment amongst the gods. The way he's been playing the last 24 hours.
Mate, the last 4 days he's been on fire.
Sublime. And he will keep on going. Team Vitality, though, will be well aware of his threats. Has been relatively quiet so far by his standards. If he could come online and Lost remains the same, Drafinio keeps scoring. It's a great set of ingredients for them. Team Vitality were coming forwards there. Yan into the center. Monkey Moon is going to allow this one to run. That split second action can boom it long and chase it down himself. Then looking at Drafinio in the corner. Next goal could take this one. Here is Zen. Has all the time in the world just to put this ball where he wants it. But 3 Furia players combined to clear.
Monkey Moon touches it central. That's only going to... I thought it was going to benefit Furia only. Instead, Zen is going to be there. A demo. Dropped middle. Monkey Moon now dives in. Exotic can't get back to it either. Yes, he can. And again, the double save. Exotic, the magician on the goal line.
Monkey Moon, bro, what are you doing? Exotic had done all the work. You made him do it again. Terrifying stuff for Team Vitality. Somehow it stays 2-2. Zen keeps this one under his control. Only Drafinio on his way. There's a pass to the left. Fakes out Drafinio at the low 50. Yan up against Zen. Team Vitality survived that scare. Will they push for one more before overtime? Instead, it's Furia. Lost has a chance. Can't do anything with it. Dancing on the Team Vitality goal line as Exotic goes above his head. Gets the flip reset. Gets the extra touch. Yan pushes it wide. Monkey Moon, one more chance. Drafinio surely kills it and does. Overtime game 2.
Deep press needed from both sides. Furia thinking that they should have scored, and Vitality extremely thankful that they haven't. The pressure pulling straight towards Furia yet again. They're going to shy away from that one. Sees Monkey Moon, who is up first. It was a Furia player, but they also couldn't make contact. A little bit too much on it. Monkey Moon central again, trying to find his teammates, but Exotic with nothing. Now has to try and find Zen on the side. A couple of chances. Vitality now currently biding their time, wanting to strike when it matters. Lost. Going to clear it away.
Yeah, the in-and-out save from Zen's shot. Zen would have thought he had that one, but there was Lost. Day after his birthday, that ball pinch is scary, terrifying. Zen couldn't predict it. Lost and Yan both charge into that ball. Lost remains grounded. He's got a flip reset here if he wants it. He takes it, pushes it back into that bottom corner. Zen comes from the ceiling, clears it away.
Good bump attempt as Zen tries to go for one. Exotic now bumped away by that next player to find their way in. The flick from Monkey Moon, not quite high enough to beat out Jaffinho. Now Yan first to it. Middle to Lost. Back behind Jaffinho. We know he's low, but they do not. Exotic charges down on him with zero boost himself.
Zen, though, you can't allow him this much time and space. That was going into the center. Monkey Moon almost forces it in. Saved well for now by Furia, and Jaffinho can complete the job.
I wouldn't mind a Monkey Moon confidence play here, a confidence goal, whatever it ends up being, because he's still looking shaky compared to yesterday, taking very simple touches, simple shots and plays. Might just look that way because his teammates were Exotic and Zen, but these two, I think, are on a different level right now. Monkey Moon does clear it away, takes it to the corner with boost and time. Lots of time being given, in fact. He then allows that ball to fly over towards Zen. The bump attempt is but if we didn't have enough for them yesterday, we get one more here on Champ Sunday.
It's so smooth from Zen, letting the ball run over his shoulder and pirouetting through two Furia defenders for the bump. But the man on their right, their spiritual leader, Team Vitality, he was the one who teed Zen up. A huge moment for Monkey Moon, and it fully brings Zen online.
Zen with a 700-point game as well, clear of 200. The next player in Jaffinho. And based on that performance, based on the overtime, we have heard that Furia are calling their tactical timeout.
There's a case of so near, so far for Furia. Watch this, and then watch this. Monkey Moon. Lost fakes out Monkey Moon. So what would have been a 50-50 turned into a pretty clean shot on his own goal line. But what a difference a goal makes, Stumpy.
Yeah, absolutely. We've seen Monkey Moon, bless him, a couple of times. He's turned to Exotic to get the first fist bump, and Exotic turns towards Coach, turns to Zen first, and Monkey Moon just sort of fist bumps the elbow. I respect it. I don't hate it, but I have noticed it, MM.
Well, they'll talk, I'm sure, about a lot more than that over this 60 seconds. STL will be rallying his own troops for Furia. You seeing that fire now, that spark that we were anticipating?
It's more than embers. It's coming that way. It's definitely a lot more pressure in favor of Vitality, I think. Furia, they're biding their chances. They're taking less shots overall. I mean, in that game they had, I think, one or two more, but it feels like, at least in terms of the heat map, they've got a lot more in favor of Vitality in that blue half. There's still more from Lost. Lost has been their guy the entire time so far. If he comes out and reaches that level, Vitality need to bring Monkey Moon up to that level as well.
I mean, yeah, I love watching the replay of that. Really got on the backboard. And here we go, the all-time LAN games played. Monkey Moon is well up there, closing in on First Killer.
He's going to overtake First Killer here.
Yeah.
Could overtake Chicago if it goes to 7.
I bet that's what he's thinking. 2-0 up, he's thinking, oh, I could overtake Chicago here.
I think I should be number 6.
Yeah, a classic Monkey Moon phrase.
I want to be number 6 in the world.
Don't we all, mate? Don't we all? Well, both these teams are already top 6 here in the quarterfinals. That much is locked in, but it is not going to be enough. For Team Vitality, 4 world championships between them on this roster.
That's unbelievable. In the modern era as well.
As for Furia, semi-finalists galore. Yan has won a Gamers 8 as well, so he has won a huge international LAN. They have the experience to bring this one back. They have the skill and the quality to bring this one back. Do they have that little tiny element of magic? And if they do, who's the player that brings it? Lost surely is most likely.
And that pressure's continuing right from the start of the previous game. Goes down to now this game number 3. 2 more Vitality there going to be going through into the semi-finals. Zen up to challenge. A nice little 50 is going to bring it down towards Monkey Moon. Let's keep it away. And Furia, if they are going to succeed, they need this kind of pressure.
Rafinha watches. Able to get this one cleanly. Tries to get a nibble out of Monkey Moon. Isn't able to in the end, but it's going to be enough to cause a huge opportunity. There is Lost scoring again. Furia have the lead.
It's now their turn for an early goal in the game. Stunning little pass from Jan, and the demo from Drufo makes it all possible. I do love that goal explosion too. Lost
cool,
cooking that brand new one. Brings that ball straight back to the net. Unfortunately, it will not count for 2 goals.
Yeah, make it doubly good. But here's Jan. It might be 2 goals anyway, almost. Straight from the kickoff, the delayed flick. Trevino has to watch as Monkey Moon takes this one away. Zen is clearing a path for Lost. Furious certainly stepping up after their tactical timeout. They will feel this is the game. They get back into this one. Huge swing game in this series. The difference between 0-3 and 1-2. Chasm.
Towards the ceiling, and Monkey Moon the only man to it. A reset, not quite around Drufo as he challenges him nice and quickly. Midfield for Exotic, only sends it high to find Lost. Fury now getting on the end of a lot of these balls a lot more convincingly. Waiting for the Exotic miss, and that will not be coming in based off his form.
Lost is going to wait. Take control of it again. Fury not rushing into anything. Daring Team Vitality to charge them down on their own terms. Jan's going to win this one against Zen, as he knows. A huge 50 from Zen going all the way in front of a Fury goal. Trevino takes a touch. That's risky there with Monkey Moon bearing down upon you, a man who is never going to hesitate. And here is Zen now. Trevino couldn't stop it. In fact, he helped it in.
It's a nice place for Vitality, constantly making sure that no pressure from Furia can build. It's on target. Drufo has to make a touch, although it's in regardless. Unfortunately, he speeds it up to about 5 times as fast. But you know what? Tactical. It buys them at least 1 more second later in the game to get a goal back themselves.
Zen has the ball in his own half, in his own corner, but he may be able to punch something out from it. Just block out Jan, push it into the opposite corner. That's a good play from Zen in the end. Monkey Moon up against Lost. Lost wriggles away from him. And now Monkey Moon has a chance to clear a path for Exotic. Couldn't quite get the bump. It was good dodging from the Furia players. Have to get that lead straight back. Monkey Moon into the center. Finio's there. He goes solo almost, but Monkey Moon read it. Instead, it turns to a great pass.
Oh my goodness!
How do you deal with that, Stumpy? How do you deal with that?
I think you hire about 5 more goalkeepers and put them in different corners of the net and then one floating somewhere free. Exotic, pinpoint accuracy, pierces the net of Furia. It's a second goal for Vitality on their way to match point.
Zen sends it long. Furia fake out Team Vitality from the kickoff. Here is Jerafinho. Jan in the center. Wants to find him. He still might. That one's a nice touch. Followed up. Monkey Moon got enough on it to push it back towards Lost. Furia, they would have thought they had something right. They would have thought the blueprint was there. Team Vitality get a couple. Furia find their second.
Positioning from Jerafinho here is stunning. Gets that initial challenge and then moves up aggressively. Immediately jumps as soon as he lands. Back round behind Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon has to cover both, and Jerafinho makes it a lot easier for the passing player. 2-2 now. Furia straight back in it.
Yeah, Furia can't afford to not have a player in front of the ball, to have 3 players behind it playing safe. It does not work against Team Vitality, and it has not been working against Team Vitality. You see there, Lost gets the clearance, and while his teammate was demoed moving forwards, at least he was moving with the ball. It was trying to turn defense into attack in a heartbeat. Zen up against Jan. Pushes this one to the side, wants to get the double tap and does. There's Lost. Could be all 3 of them involved. Rafinha's coming in. Just about finds its way home.
Completely open for a second there too. Both committed in the corner. Monkey Moon sends himself gone. And Jan, Lost rather, gets both the bump and the pass central. Jerafinho there to finish it, and Exotic just had to guess. Isn't able to do so.
I mean, any shot that goes in is a good shot, but that wasn't a great shot, though, I would say. It was safe. I want to see Jerafinho just aim for the corners again there, but it worked, so no harm done. Zen, double tap, triple tap. What's he going to do? Oh! Get the ball up, and if you dare!
It just kept building. It's the first into the second, the magnificent third, and the fourth. Dodging a bump, dodging a dunk. Zen is otherworldly.
He uses the 4th, and Furia fall. 3-3, Team Vitality back in the ascendancy. Now they've got the momentum. We talked about 100% Zen earlier. That was certainly it. And Furia are going to have to deal with a wave of pressure right now. Zen with the dunk again. Is it the post that time? And down the other end, Exotic has it spawning. It's good enough, just.
Praising the Psyonix devs there. Very happy that they've got that new feature with the ball cam, or rather the demo cam. Seeing where you respawn back in. 70 seconds, Zen now on the press. Lost, misses, as does Exotic. Little whifty is Monkey Moon now, first that ball. Sidewall redirect is nearly on. But the threat of them in the modern era, you need to cover it as a defender.
Yeah, Fury, I think, had it covered. They read that Monkey Moon was close to it. Zen is blocked out by Lost. Yan up against him. They're also boost depleted. Every player on the pitch is desperate times, calling for desperate measures. Will there be brilliance to emerge? Rafinha does beat out Exotic. Lost is there, lets it go over his shoulder. Then gets it done and finishes it with a flash of a smile.
A perfect dunk from Lost. Rafinha this time returning the favour. Zen has to turn, has to get the 50. And you see how wide Lost makes his car. Knows it, all it has to do is go on target, and that is finding its way through. 43 seconds, 4-3 on the scoreboard. And Furia, they have that lead.
One of the games of the tournament so far, and on it rumbles. Lost, great block from him there from the pass. Monkey Moon is able to get something in the end though. Lost refuses to leave that ball alone. Furia have the lead, but they're not sitting on it. Not for a second. Team Vitality pop it up for their teammate. Yan to the ceiling, has the reset. He's coming in, almost gets the dunk on Zen. Exotic long, only Jofinio is there.
Final 18, under 20 seconds remaining. Monkey Moon finding that right-hand wall. Zen does tip it high. Next player to it is going to be on the blue side, however. This needs to go Vitality's way soon.
And to the backboard, Zen keeps it as safe as he can. This is where Team Vitality have to strike.
Hi, Faye.
They've done it again!
Magic at 0 seconds. It's the Monkey Moon Exotic duo. They've won Worlds together. They're looking to win a major together as well. And Vitality earn another desperate overtime.
Furious fate in this tournament may well rely on scoring this next goal. Exotic almost dances through their defenses. Then gets it as far forward as he can. Yan is awkward facing his own goal, but he gets it.
I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark.
Exotic to the backboard. Exotic should be able to sweep up. Gets in Zen's way somewhat. Team Vitality of all teams looking stretched, looking nervous.
Widow's fault my ass!
It's a great touch through from Yan as well. Monkey Moon has to get that touch. He gets so slightly clipped by Yan. And Jofinio knows that playbook. They've done it in Sam 1,000 times. They've done it against Vitality, I'm sure at least a dozen. And that is Furia with their first game win. You said right at the start of that game, Cole, this game's going to end one way or another. Either 2-1 or 3-0. 3-0 is nigh impossible on land to come back from. 2-1.
Well, man, finally sleeping. No.
Some of the goals we saw in this game, though, just
but he has a full belly, full of a very full bottle, and he's eating food, and he was rocked, and it's quiet in there, and his music's playing, and he's in his crib, and his little aquarium's going, and hopefully he'll put himself to sleep. It's not even so that I can stream. It's because we have to head out at noon, and I need him to sleep before then.
How cruel of you.
Has anyone been mugged yet? Oh my god, I want to go back to London. Hi, LaFishy. Hi, Taran Man. Someone good at making GIFs. Make one of Widow's little victory dance. What you do is you clip it, and then you put it in Discord, and you tag Parmy. And he makes a GIF of everything. That's the reason there's a Widow GIF channel.
To win that game, how much belief does that
You put it in the Widow GIFs section, and you tag Parmy.
Also, you're not now staring down the barrel. That was a 9-goal thriller. There wanted to be a little bit more disparate than that.
Little Bro does not want to sleep. No, he does not.
In the Coliseum, it's Furious chance to level it up in Vitality. All they
Hi, Ryan. Thanks for watching on YouTube.
Is a pause.
Well, there you go. Stew and think about it for a little bit longer, fellas. Just when you thought you could lock right back in, instead you're gonna have to just think. The question is,
it is the one thing in the world that will never get old.
Just to breathe, relax, and know that it's all gonna.
It is the one thing in the world that will never get old.
crowd are keeping themselves
is that if there is a pause
during the gap,
chat will spam difficult.
But Team Vitality, they had this series fully within that grasp. If they could have taken that overtime, it would be close to over by now. They must have been a little bit sorry for themselves that in 2 days in a row, they've made huge comebacks, 0-second comebacks, then lost the overtime pretty quickly straight away after.
Yeah. I mean, that, bear in mind, is 3 games in a row where all 3 of them only had a 1-goal difference. It has been so close. If one scores 0, the other scores 1. If one scores 2, the other scores 3. If one scores 4, the other scores 5.
What if one scores 5?
I bet the other would score 6.
Wow.
But Fury, they also get a couple more seconds to talk about it. Analyse what they did well, what they did poorly. Monkey Moon and the rest of Vitality doing the exact same thing. Looked like it might have been a thing on the Vitality side, so I've been talking to Cassio. Looks like they're all good now.
This is where the tension builds as well. We've talked about the fact that these 2 teams have history. So for anyone who doesn't know, last season,
what if one scores 7?
The other would then beat the one that won in the Swiss.
It's a full restart?
That happened in reverse twice. And let's just say the second time around, it was pretty feisty afterwards. And there is that element that it could happen again. There is a true wedge between these.
Spam this char to help me buy a car.
Really
spam this char to help me buy a car.
Probably Carmine Court and then Fury.
Yeah. Carmine Court, of course, are your best mates with them. And then
I'm
Fury,
tired of
because you're not best
paying
mates with them.
$1,400 a month for 2 cars.
In the Coliseum. Furia, as I was saying, looking to make sure they can draw this series up. And Vitality, one more, and they get themselves on series point.
The good news for Team Vitality is that Zen is performing up to
Hey, Dr. Gamer, how we doing? Oh, shit.
Has been throughout this series. Even in the last game that they lost, he got 700+ points again.
Unbelievable.
And that's not unusual. I think
okay, Ryan.
The numbers too much, but he's been in around that range since this series.
Wait, why is chat go away?
Fully pulling the strings for Team Vitality.
Thank you.
I mean, points-wise, Zen currently across the entire LAN is sitting 2nd. The only person he is sitting 2nd behind is Yan.
No way, really?
Yeah, they're about 35 points different in points per game.
And that's because Yan played the 1v1.
The absolute figureheads of their teams. This Vitality pressure, it's done them well, and it's also led to a couple of runaway goals.
Maybe they're not counting the one. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Again, another save. Drufo in for double shift.
Yeah, Zen had a second chance there to finish what he started. Wasn't quite able to do it. Well defended by Fury. And Monkey Moon goes for a triple tap of his own. Smushes the ball above the goal. Zen tries to keep the attack running. Trafino clears it, but only as far as Team Vitality. Only as far as Monkey Moon. Only as far as yet another French flip reset. And another French.
Oh, a French flip reset.
Vitality take the lead.
Oh my god. I need France to fuck off. You're gonna pop off in Worlds. Let us have a major.
Slows it down right yet again.
Furia just can't escape this yellow wall right now. Everywhere they turn, there is a player in Vitality's decal staring right down at them, just waiting for the ball to be attracted to them like a magnet. Exotic gets into the center. Lost tries to find a teammate. Trafino and Zen ensure that it's only a 50-50.
Hi, I'm Mama Panda.
How many clean Vitality touches there are? Trafino's getting in there after the clean touch.
No!
He fakes his teammate.
I think Monkey Moon may be cool to get that ball in favor of him. And then he just doesn't make any contact. Again, though, he's going to be taking a short loss. It's very awkward. Gets sent to the scrap.
Does that mean you're going to go to France?
Exotic attempts that 50. Zen is going to have 100 boost, but it will not matter. The runaway goals that seem to be the story of this LAN have come to haunt Vitality again.
I don't think Fury have taken too many shots in this game. I believe it was Trafino, at least, his first shot and his goal.
Oh, he's using Miku.
Fury will not be pleased of how this game is going, but they will be overjoyed to still be in it. If they can score again, that would really complete the momentum swing, but here's Exotic. He's going to touch the ceiling, gets his reset back. Monkey Moon in the center waiting for it. Exotic wants to get the floor pinch.
Holy shit, my son's trying to pull the camera off the wall.
Lost clear as far as Trafino. Trafino's up in front of this one up. You know, he's got the reset himself. Zen pushes it out wide.
Vital contact made there by Zen. Trafino was on for a screamer. Reset from the ceiling. And challenging that midfield now as we reach halfway through the game as well. Monkey Moon down central just above the crossbar. And the crowd oohing and ahhing with every Vitality chance that just goes awry.
Oh, here's Zen, though. He's got a bit of a touch here. He's now chasing down Lost in the goal line. He tried to use his pace to get to that ball. Wasn't quite able to. But again, we're seeing Team Vitality swamping Furia. Refusing to let the ball leave. Look at that again from Monkey Moon. Feel it.
It's open again, though.
Oh, my goodness. There's me praising Vitality, where Furia are punishing them.
Furia are doing exactly what they need to do. They're luring in all of these shots. They're farming the saves. Vitality, they're falling for it, hook, line, and sinker. And Furia just take one pot shot towards their net, and it flies in.
Incredible. Jan has had 0 shots.
RLCS it is.
Still lead. Monkey Moon's had 3 of his own. 4 now. Still hasn't got on the scoreboard.
Furia.
It's ridiculous. What a game of Rocket League this is. What an interesting chess we're seeing. Here's Monkey Moon into the center towards Zen.
Who is he rooting for?
Team Vitality will see this one as an absolute sickener. They can't turn it around. They still might though. Lost. Massive save again.
Monkey Moon trying to dive in front of the net, tries to get one into the bumps. The earlier on from Trofino or the Jan onto him. Trofino now challenging versus Zen. Up high in the center, Monkey Moon's catch on target. Nearly from Zen and another nearly from Exotic.
Yay!
Multiple chances. Vitality, they're knocking on the door, but Furia are not answering.
They've already got 0-second goals in this series. Can they do so again in this game? It will be a key one for it to happen. Lost sends it as far as Trofino. Are they through again? Trofino couldn't quite get it under his control. But it does give them a chance to breathe a sigh of relief and get some boosts. Launch back to some more defending. Here's an attack for Jan, almost there. Exotic gets the touch. Lost fakes it out. Trofino's coming in. It's weak though, and as far as Zen.
Rooting for a Game 7 overtime.
We're into the final minute. Vitality chasing. Furia's game plan has been played out to perfection at this point.
Jan still yet to have a shot. He'll change that here. He gets the flick reset. It's on target. Lost tries to force it in. I'll tell you what.
Yay!
Lost does force it in.
You're a good luck charm.
Corner, another dunk. That's his second in 2 games. A stunning little flip reset from Jan as well.
You're a good luck charm.
Monkey Moon can do nothing about it. As now Furia clear by 2.
Team Vitality.
Let me
I can't wait to see the shooting stats after this one. It does now seem that as Team Vitality is stretched, Furia are beginning to emerge as an attacking force in this game. The thing I love about this team is when they have a lead, they do not sit back on it. They're being forced to defend. They don't enjoy defending. It's a key difference.
Furia, they're more than happy to on their side. Been taking shots and it does not matter. Exotic now trying to go for the man and Lost escapes. Nearly gets a shot on target as well. And that one save now with 100 boost, their entire idea is going to be let's waste a little bit of time. Vitality, they're going to have nothing to do with this game. Game number 4, falling the way of the Kings of South America. And Team Vitality have let 2 slip now. With draw level going into game 5.
Yay!
Furia back on the warpath.
As long as he's happy, he's staying right here.
Game, Furia were 0-5 against Team Vitality in this event. Suddenly it's 2-5, and look who's in the middle.
Look at him.
Shaded in green.
It's 11 shots on Vitality's side to 4 for Furia. And they scored 75% of those shots. Vitality, less than 10%. Vitality, I'm sure based off many other numbers than that, are going to be taking their tactical timeout before we go to the pitch.
Oh, Panda, thank you for the 10 stream.
Not surprised that Team Vitality are taking their tactical timeout.
Blair, thank you for the 15
Honestly, I think it's just a reset. I don't think
Austin would like to remind chat that it is the last full day for 35% off 5 gifted subs.
Saying that third man does need to get the time just a little bit more. The chances are coming. You know,
Do we like the new color, guys?
Right now for Team Vitality against Fury, you don't need to force it. And I get the sense that they are, especially after some tough losses.
So handsome, yes.
And they also will remember that yesterday against the Ultimates, they were 2-0 up in that one. The Ultimates got going, they lost that too.
Yeah.
Furia are looking like they can very well do the same thing right here, right now.
Yesterday versus Ultimates as well. Bear in mind, they had this round that they could fall back on. They could fall down to the lower bracket. Obviously, it matters, but you have that extra life. This is it. You lose here, you go home. You are done until you potentially qualify for the Raleigh Major. And the winner, they have the honor of playing Carmine Corp later today in 2 series time.
I'm sorry, baby. They were not turned off on main stream. Claire, thank you for the 5 gifted. You have now gifted 3,645. Baby's first 5 this stream.
They are not getting goals based off the sheer number of shots.
Claire, thank you for gifting sub to Z-Brings, T and Darts, Josh, Avery, Dr. Gamer, and Muhammad.
I mean, maybe I'm going to be proven completely wrong here, but I still feel that Furia can't do that consistently. They can't play that game 5 times.
I have my feet up on the desk so that they're cheering for him.
And we saw that NRG couldn't do that versus Carmine Corp, so you have a point.
Of course. But that's not what Furia want to do anyway. Furia are going to want to come into this one, and they want to remind Team Vitality they're not just here not to lose. Despite that guy's name, they are here to claim the victory for themselves. Lost up against Zen. Team Vitality have used all their cards, and now they have to leave nothing on the pitch. Furia can only step up.
And what do you know? It's more Vitality pressure off the rip.
You're going to be SSL by the time
as they have been so far. Drufo, nice flip, reset, trying to take it low below Monkey Moon. We saw another defender on the goal line for Vitality, just taking their time. They can stay low, cover the low while Monkey Moon went and covered the high.
Wins game 5, wins the series.
Now they have a couple more shots going their way. Jaffinho removes Monkey Moon from the pitch, as then tries to dribble it around the side of Jan, isn't quite able to.
You are in a safe.
Now it's Fury with an extended
You will never be an import.
Yeah, it's the first time I can remember for a while that Fury have had this, that Team Vitality have been penned in their own half. And he gets a quick reset by the City. Wasn't a floor pitch here. Exotic had to make sure that Jan wasn't able to do so. Lost up against Zen. Then loses it out to Monkey Moon. That's well played by Zen. Some clearance from Monkey Moon as well. Exotic coming in. Wanted that boost to spawn, and it does. So it forces it in the end, but the shot's just wide. Lost was bearing down upon Zen. Made it difficult for him. Now we have wrestled back momentum for Team
the name.
Vitality.
I bet you do,
Austin. They make it count this time. Last game will still be tasted by them. Still be frustrated by them.
90 seconds gone.
To what region?
Zen can't wrap himself around that ball. He does it in the end. Finally, actually, a player falls back down straight onto the ball. Jan does keep it out. Nice clear away from Lost. Now Zen on that backboard. Space and time. Ready for him to move and move his way through.
And Reddles and Rise in Europe. Can you imagine Reddles being 21 years older?
Finding him. He floats to the opposition net, but Zen wasn't quite able to sink it. We remain 0-0. Big clearance there from Jan.
And Reddles.
Puts someone back towards Exotic. Zen's in the air yet again. Uses the ceiling this time. Lost.
Barely older than me.
Exotic's turn. Has Monkey Moon to his right. Finds him. Monkey Moon pushes the ball into the corner. But no one's Vitality was there. It does get it back in Furia territory, though. Until Jan has something to say about that. He goes to the backboard. Both teams going for power and pace. Both teams trying to send the ball, launch volleys onto the opposition goal. Both teams unable to do so just yet.
Raul was 26 when he retired.
Still drawn level, Lost with a reset. The ball popping out a little bit too far for his liking. Monkey Moon called in as one miss off that sidewall. Going to come in from Vitality. Lost now. These players having a lot more space and time than they're used to. It's going to be in the double bump attempt, but Zen can keep it away. Jaffinho has to move in. Lost now on the quick turnaround, takes the shot low, but Exotic reads him.
Yeah, it was opportunistic there from Lost. He had no boost, but you think he'd give it a go. What it does do, though, is open gaps in the Furia defense. Great clearance from Jan, important as well. Managed to rip that ball forwards. This is the only one with boost on the team. Is he going to be able to use it? There's a bump behind him if he's not careful. I think it was Exotic. No, it was Zen who was sniffing about, trying to take him out, and now it falls to Monkey Moon in the end. Wants to get the double, gets the double. Who's going to be the first to win this race? Jaffinho, only as far as Zen. Zen can shoot this, you know. He's quite got the power to do so. Jaffinho gets it wide. There's a big demo yet again. A nervy game.
This is nervy. You can tell as well after those couple of breaks.
You can take me on the go.
We're seeing, yes, a lot of the Vitality pressure, but not nearly the same number of shots. Fury not giving them that last little dagger that they need, that they're racking up the points for. Shot on target from Zen is not going to squeak its way through. As Lost clears it back in towards the corner. Exotic now on his own. He's challenged by a couple of players. And the nerves just continue building.
Ben's going to have another go here. He's got players on the goal line that he has to get past. Lost misses it. There's Exotic. Oh, yeah. Into the center.
Yay! No! Yay! Yay! Oh, was mommy too loud?
They overcommitted yet again. Zen, got the save, but Lost had to be in one place, and he was there with
Mommy's
perfection.
so sorry.
Jan just sends it long. That's what they've been doing for about 14 minutes so far, and it keeps working.
But Zen has control of the ball. Wanted to get the dunk on loss, not able to. Team Vitality, is their major slipping away from their grasp? Monkeyman fakes it to Zen.
Oh yeah, we all got in the bathtub at midnight.
Current meta, teams are getting better at reading these fakes, even when they're in the air. Lost. Takes touch into his own corner. Zen doesn't let him out there without
we all got in the bathtub at midnight.
Exotic keeps the attack going again. Exotic wants to get the shooting chance and does. Lost. Out wide. Monkeyman beats Jan. Zen's coming in. Speed flips his way there. Slows the ball down in the center. The shoot or pass. He can't do either because Jaffinio on the front foot defensively clears away. Monkeyman, the one more shot.
Hello, woman in net.
20 seconds. Zen's going to find Exotic in the corner, but Jaffinio, proactive, moves right in the way. 100 boost. Zen, yet again. Space. Time. Works his way through on the ceiling.
Come on,
back into that corner. Opportunity. It starts to rise. It all falls away. The ball now bouncing horrifyingly. Zen has to keep it airborne.
Surely they can't do it again though. 0 seconds. Here's Zen. And
He won game 5.
Put themselves within one of yet another semi-finals appearance for this trio.
You just know what their game plan is. You know the Furia are absorbing all this pressure. They're doing it with perfection. The shot imbalance is unbelievable. The saves the complete other way. 4 apiece Vitality on the shots. And in total, only 5 for Furia.
10 saves for Furia. 10 big saves as well. You know, sometimes the save stats can be a bit misleading, but there were proper blocks there from Furia. And then finally, Jan had half a chance, and he sniped it by the post as painfully as possible for Team Vitality.
How was your weekend, Chris?
The heads and hands from people in
the
audience.
Gamer.
The thing is, Zen also, to set up Jan, after they bide all of this time that they've got in buckets at this point, he sent it to no one. He had no boost. He couldn't recover to get back in time. If he's passing it central, then he knows that, or ultimately, he wants somebody to be there to then receive it. But he's also just seen Exotic in the top right corner. So he knows that he's not back. It's a misplay from Zen, and it's instantly pounced on by Furia. Their game plan, it's not the most exciting in the world, but it is getting results.
It's exciting when it goes up against Team Vitality, and it's looking very much like I was wrong saying it was
yes,
replicable.
They do.
Furia have the chance.
I said at the beginning of this, I'm rooting for the ultimate, but I said at the beginning of this, I love see Sam win a major.
Do Vitality change anything? They burned their timeout. Furia don't need to.
I need them to wrap it
They've
up
also
here
used
so I
their
can
timeout.
down to
This is now just going to come down to how do you approach the next 5 minutes on Neo Tokyo. Vitality need it to be different.
I'm just not sure that Team Vitality can change anything at this point. The only way is one way to play the game, and it's via Zen getting mechanics, and it's via follow-ups, via aggression. Monkeyman into the center using his pace. Furia again, keep them at bay. How long can they keep this up for? The most tiring form of Rocket League to play is defensive Rocket League, and Furia looking like champions right now.
It's a minute elapsed, yet more Vitality pressure. There's actually one beaten. Then has to wait on the back wall. He's going to find Monkeyman. He's not quite enough boost to get his car to it. Exotic, a shot on target.
Hi.
I want to see Vitality do something different. It's still the same. They're not absorbing pressure now. They're still waiting.
We've been Furious the luck charm.
They're still waiting.
Furious won both games since we picked up Austin.
Behind you, Jaffinio hunting down Exotic for a second there. And instead, return on the other side. Now Loston gets revenge. 90 seconds, still nothing.
Jan's going to be able to slow this one down. He's going to take all the time in the world to get this ball away, but that might be a little bit loose. Keeps behind it in the end. Zen is there. Monkeyman up against Jaffinio. Jaffinio gets it out wide. Exotic and Zen almost in each other's way. So Jan can get it back to yellow territory. Zen's still the key man for Team Vitality. He does look dangerous when he gets the ball. Furia are closing him down in an instant. It seems to be the only way that it's working against him. It has been working. Here's Jan, down into the center. There's Lost. Oh, Exotic slams it down. Hits the brakes, and Team Vitality survive.
Where on earth did he come from? 3 minutes. They start to tick. One central, Zen shoots wide of target. Nothing really too scary for Furia to deal with right now.
There's going to be a 15-minute break after
this. So far, apparently, they've had more offensive pressure.
But here comes Zen. Didn't quite get the reset he was after.
You guys are going to be in charge, chat.
Plays into clean 50-50s is what they've been doing best defensively. Rafinha lets Monkey Moon win this one, then he gets the 50. Rafinha following it up, instead leaves it for Jan.
Third time's the charm. He's going to wait for him to farther over.
The speed of communication has been high.
Watch out.
With this one, an exotic flew past him as well. Right, there was a demo,
no,
actually,
Austin needs to sleep.
There's a little bit open and confused now. The game incredibly stretched at the 0-0. Zen's going to be able to get this one long.
Need to remind everyone as well, back in the Swiss, Vitality 3-0 Furia. The curse still very much on the cards, on target though.
No!
Exotic wants to shut up all of the naysayers. 1-0 Vitality.
For all our talk of pressure, for all our talk of Vitality opportunities, when the goal finally does come, it is out of nothing. Exotic with the cleanest 50-50 you'll ever see. The ball just bounces agonizingly into Furia's goal. Exotic now has to do some defending. Lost, gets it high. Monkey Moon with Yan beneath him. Yan tries to squeeze it, but Zen was there. Oh, Zen keeps it low this time. Low
barbecue ribs.
So strong in that Fennec. Wants to get the 50-50 or the flick at the end. Monkey Moon turns to the backboard. It's a tad heavy. Is Exotic coming in? No, he wisely chooses to stay down, knowing that double tap from the sidewall is always on for Furia.
We're approaching now the 100-second mark. Zen goes down central. Drafinho gets rid of Exotic. Does not want another goal off the nose of his car. Monkey Moon with that 50. Now Exotic just respawning in. Use all that boost and get to the ball. Zen very heavy touch, but he's going to be the man that keeps control of it. Up onto the backboard. Does not beat Yan on that chance. The man who's been playing 2 different playlists here at the major. Monkey Moon up high. Challenge versus Lost. Lost is going to be the benefactor of that one. Zen technically open net, but way too far away. Probably would have been saved away by any of the Furia players. 60 seconds.
Yan up against Monkey Moon. Monkey Moon wins it. Furia. This defensive play style's not going to work now. They need to steal something. Team Vitality, that third man, has to remain so disciplined. Exotic seems to be the player they've turned to ensure that's the case. Zen wins it. Monkey Moon thinks about going for it, but again, a sign of Team Vitality evolving, leaves that ball.
Great play from Monkey Moon. You don't need to chase the goal here. You got 40
Everyone
seconds.
To be
stay firm. You do not want to suffer a counter-attack.
Here is Zen, could get a second one. Yan sends it long though. Drafinho's in there, sniffing about, trying to cause some chaos. Monkey Moon up early enough to ensure that's not the case. Lost is wondering if Monkey Moon will make a mistake. It's going to happen this time. Again, an opportunity for Vitality, but they're not taking it. They're not having to. It's smart from them.
We're also seeing now Furia have to play with a hint of desperation. Yan goes high. He's on for that double. Cleared away again into the corner by Monkey Moon. Drafinho going to receive that ball. 100 boost. He's lost midfield. He's going to fake it away. Final 10. Furia pressure.
Lost into the corner. Drafinho's almost in there. Yan's turn. He has to get this one high. No, instead he keeps it low, close to himself. Keeps his card.
No, I don't want to get 7.
Pass it over to his teammates. Lost has the final opportunity. He's the player they want in this situation. But Monkey Moon uses that new Team Vitality wisdom to buy Game 7.
Vitality really didn't play that different. Furia didn't really play that different. This game just fell in favor of the Frenchies. Sometimes it's going to go that way. The first 2 did. That was Vitality's. The next 3 the Furious way. Vitality, they're a couple with 1 and we go on to 7.
Well, it started similar. After Fury had a little bit of time in Team Vitality's half, eventually Team Vitality wrestled the initiative. When the goal finally came, it was just a dunk. Look at this from Exotic. Saw what Yan was attempting, got right in his way. And this was the key moment in the game. Once the goal went in, you're thinking, how are Team Vitality going to be able to deal with a lead? They dealt with it well. The discipline right up.
It's got to be so frustrating seeing how Furia play. This is the one that they've now finally won, Vitality. The Furious game plan has just been absolutely sublime throughout. They stuck with it.
He's refusing to nap.
Vitality. They knew they were going to have some overcommits. They've clearly studied that, but they've become impatient. They become a little bit lazy and maybe a little bit complacent in the midfield. When you strike. Vitality allowed. Furia are matching their decibels. Game 7.
All right, it's Game 7. You gotta lock in.
Vitality and Fury
you gotta lock in.
Been trading blows over the course of the last season. This is the latest in that epic. Which will
You're
be
the
the
good luck
team
charm.
that
They didn't win last game because you were distracted.
Back at the World Championships, Fury lost a Game 7 overtime to the home
Ginger
team
Mom.
G2 to relegate themselves to 5th and 6th. They will be desperate for that history not to repeat itself.
Pressure clearly going to fall on Furia here. Can they stay as patient as they have done for the first 6 games? They've won 3 of them, they've lost 3 of them. And it's been their game plan that has been leading this series so far.
Zen clears it as far as he can. Finio knocks him out of the way. He somehow turns it into a block, but he misses it. Lost there. Could have been in if he'd have anticipated Zen missing. Didn't fully commit. That's what Game 7 does to you. The risk v reward is so much more intense.
It's the love of my life.
Look clear.
Huge one. Lost. Pushes it far at Monkey Moon. Not ideal there from Lost. Monkey Moon into the corner. Is anybody following up from Team Vitality at Zen? Again, Exotic, the wise old head for Team Vitality. He stayed back, bought himself a solo play. He's a player in the center if he can get him. Monkey Moon. No, he opts to go solo instead. Fury deal with that
gotta
danger,
lock in.
but there will be
You gotta lock in.
The demos from Fury, I'm sure, are going to become a lot more rife. If Vitality has stopped making those mistakes, you need to force them instead. If you can make it 2v3, then that midfield becomes even more loose, even quicker than they would anticipate. It's a good chance from Zen, but it's completely shut down by a Fury defender. Opportunity as Exotic does get bumped a little bit, maintains control of this ball, now goes for the man. Wide of net is Monkey Moon. Yan to save away rightwards.
A couple of instances of Fury flying at the ball and missing it though. We haven't seen that for the last 3 games. Stress getting to them.
Yan can't take it to a Game 7 2 days in a row and not finish.
Almost gets it over 2. To jink it between the 2 of them. Now there's a shooting, well not a shooting chance, but a chance to clear long.
Just gives that ball away to Vitality, straight back over towards Furia. They go back towards Vitality, they're not too fast.
Choosing the end.
Exotic, chance to go central, and said Yan is going to be the guy. And Zen, he is pushed up far there, trusts that somebody is back for them, and that has failed for them previously. And Vitality, if they keep creeping up, we know what Furia want to do.
Yeah, they do, but Team Vitality are getting a lot of clean touches against Furia, missing these 50-50s. That's the key difference in this Game 7. On demo, we'll open them up. Furia looking stretched already. How is their boost management? Not much better now. Monkey Moon is still on that 100. Exotic perfect first touch. Tries to push it all the way forwards. 2 Fury defenders have to fly in to block him.
Well, they're different drops today than they were yesterday.
Monkey Moon finds Zen solo. Instant shot. Top corner. Saved away. Exotic now.
No, come on.
Lost with the double. Monkey Moon is there. Lost with the triple save.
It's a huge save, but it's low and flat and into the center of the net again there from Exotic. We've seen it time after time this event. Zen wants to get the double.
Make sure you refresh your drop stage.
Exotic's underneath this ball. Needs that 100 to spawn, then it does. Excellent management there from Exotic. Zen in the center. Exotic wants to get the head dribble up towards him, but Rafinho, that's a much better challenge.
Under 2 minutes now, ticking down. Lost one of the first shots on target for Furia. Hand's going to be the one attempting the second. 1, 2, no third as Zen. He's going to be taking that ball control away from him. Zen versus Yan. Out of
Fuck me, man.
He's going to be the guy. Zen, it's going to be him.
The boost was stolen from him. Lost at the 100. He would have thought the danger was over. Zen just goes, okay, plan B. I'll keep it low. The aura the man has, they assume he'll do something brilliant. So when he keeps it simple, it has its own brilliance. Furia have to score 90 seconds or the Brazilians go out 5th to 6th again.
We will otherwise guarantee an EU team in that grand final if Vitality win this match. Then burst Casey. 80 seconds now. Right-hand side, Exotic pushes along. 1 touchdown. Monkey Moon straight there and a demo on net. Just above the bar, Zen keeps control in favor of Vitality.
Zen has been focusing on demos more in this event than he was on live.
Oh my god, you guys are so close. I love you.
Another touch of class to it. Exotic waits. Exotic shoots. Saved by Rafinho.
Come on. Come on.
Strike. Rafinho's grateful. And now he has a chance.
Austin, lock in.
In the middle, can he get it to him? It's almost there. Monkey Moon knocks it wide. Yan has to win as clearly it does. It's going just wide. And Exotic can clear.
If that's on target, that goes straight in. No one was there to get it away. Exotic now. Chance to take time. Rotates via the boost. A beautiful decision from him. Up high, above
Game 7 overtime.
This midfield play is going to be so important for Vitality.
The
again,
script,
40 seconds. Again, 1 goal. Again,
tells him to lock it.
Let's take advantage. On the goal line, they are staying firm.
More great saves, but they need more greatness. Yan, edgeable bump. Anyone follow?
Yes!
Beautiful play from Yan. With a demo
Mommy's
to
sorry,
top
she
it
was
all
loud.
off. And who else but Drufo there to clear it underneath the final defender. 24 seconds, Game 7.
Come on.
We've got a series on our hands here
Frick
at
the
deck.
French.
The anxiety ramps back up.
Vibe the frick up. Lock the frick in.
Zen is there. First touch flawless. Second one beautiful as well. Runs out of boost. Gets nudged towards.
Hey, look at Mama.
He can't quite get the double. Exotic's turn.
With 100 boosts as well. We've seen what he can do. Does get just whipped away from the ball a little bit too much. Zen keeps it high. It's going to be Jan there to it. He's going to avoid.
Game 7. Overtime.
Here we go.
The serial winners be Brazil's best. Taking all the way to the very end, and it's lost at the early chance. He pushes it wide. Exotic gets the save towards Monkey Moon. Wants to get this one as far as then he does. That was going to be dangerous for Furia. Jaffinho gets the save on it, and it's cleared away.
Both teams have battled so hard to get to this game 7 at various points in the series. Exotic with one play goes central. Anybody there? No, it's a Furia defender. Exotic central again.
No.
These pot shots are going to be wearing down Furia's boost.
Zen puts it into the center. Monkey Moon is there. He gets it on target. No, that's why.
The smidgiest little touch couldn't quite work it in. Just wide. Monkey Moon keeps it away from Jaffinho. That danger man has been ever present. That's on target.
Let's go! Let's go! Yay! 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 You did it! You did it, my good luck charm! I have you so Yay! Yay! That's all thanks to you!
Exhausting, tumultuous series.
Yay!
Basic of plays.
Oh, is that sleepy eyes now?
Try and steer the ball.
Is that sleepy eyes
And
now?
once again ask the question.
Yay!
Can Team Vitality get back?
Furia had their plan and they stuck to it every single step of the way. Unless a team would have changed. Unless a team would have taken their time out, they would have been there during the
I'm gonna
break, and they would have
tweet.
said, we need to switch it up. We need to
Can
change.
someone
we need to
respond
do
with a
something
clip
different
of
to
me
beat
and
Vitality.
Austin
After going
jumping
2-0
up and down?
All 4 of them agreed, no. This is us. This is Furia. And that is a team that has been on top of South America this entire season and previous seasons as well.
You can see Lost there, soaking up his moment in particular, the arms outstretched.
Okay, guys, I will be
He
back.
has earned that. This
I will be back
performance, this major,
in like 15 minutes.
has put him in the
Can you guys take
conversation
care
on
of chat for me?
form as
Can
one
you
of the
guys
best
take
players
care of
here
chat
sure,
for me?
and thus one of the best players in the world.
I need you guys to take care of chat for me.
Performance after
right.
performance from him.
It's all you guys.
Pretty good for Lost.
It's all
That's what
you
I'm trying to
guys.
say.
Celebrate,
Yeah,
party,
Clinton
kiss
started
each other,
stronger,
kill each
a
other,
lot stronger
kick each
than
other,
mine did.
spank each other, gamble,
Yet
give
again
10
to a
subs
top
to
4.
celebrate whatever
They've been
you
in a
want.
form.
And
They're
we're gonna get a
for
baby
another
down to sleep.
European team. Carling Corp standing their way. But there is a chance, Cole, that we see at the first major of the season, no European team in that grand final if it all falls against the hosting continent.
And more importantly, there's a chance we see Brazil's first RLCS LAN winners and their first RLCS LAN finalists as well. Furia, what a performance from them. Defensive Rocket League, the way to go.
Over on the stage, there's going to be a lot to be said, and a player that was instrumental in their win, Jaffinho with veracity.
Jaffinho, on your first day here in EU, you ranked first in the EU rankings. Is it safe to say this is a bit of an EU buff?
Yeah, EU buff for sure.
Well, taking us to game 7, you boys called for a timeout after game 2. And then you won 4 back-to-back games. How on earth were you able to make that happen?
I think we were a little too speedy in our gameplay, and we just tried to calm it down a bit, and it worked. So, yeah, that's so good.
You guys went from losing against Team Vitality 0-3 in play-ins to now knocking them out of the running, out of the competition. What did you change between play-in stage and the Furia we see now?
I think now we are just playing our game and not playing their game, you know? Just confidence all the way and just keep calm and yeah.
You guys conceded a lot of goals against Vitality though. During play-ins, I'm pretty sure they got like 12 goals against you boys in just 2 games. So defensively, do you think you guys were playing better or maybe just showing a bit more aggression?
I think a bit of both. We play better on attack and a little better on defense. Sometimes we play a little too speedy, but that's okay, and we managed to win. So.
My final question, Carmine Corp. They've got some fans here. How do you feel about taking them on?
Vitality got some fans here too, and we beat them, so.
Okay, Birmingham, give it up for Drafinho and Furia.
The third time for Furia, making it this far in a tournament. And yet, it's the next step that's the crazy one for them. The fact that they're here, though, for game 7.
Again.
Overtime again. It just goes back and forth.
Wow.
It's incredible.
I mean, I'm so impressed. The resilience this team is showing is unbelievable. They're down 2, they fight back, they start to lose control of the series at the end. They're down by a goal in game 7, they fight back again. They never lost their composure. And this is just a continued improvement for Furia, who are also one of those other teams on a constant upward trajectory.
So we were talking about it, the patience on defense. They were playing such good ball there. Vitality would get frustrated. Zen would get frustrated and try and do a little bit too much at times. That led to some Furia goals. Zen, what a series from him.
Oh,
obviously, game winner, game 1, plus game 2, then that game 7 goal. But occasionally, that'll bite him because he tries to do a little bit too much. And we saw that in that final goal by Lost. And again, another match where Yan is the anchor. He's playing back.
Yeah.
He allows Drew and Lost to move upfield, cause chaos, and they're making it happen.
It was I honestly, the first few games, I thought when I saw how well Zen was playing, I was like, oh, they've woken up in form. Even Exotic and Monkey Moon were looking on point. It just, as the series went on, it started to wane and it started having to be more and more Zen.
It's like exactly like the series yesterday against Ultimates. Vitality come out swinging. They look like they might sweep 4-0. And then once they lose one goal, or it seems, once they get behind in game 3, they start to get impatient. And well, yeah, Furia were super patient. That's a great save by Exotic. Another one as well right after. But Vitality lacking patience. Furia showing so much of it. I think Vitality need to just be taking notes, looking back at how Furia played this with such patience. Honestly, Falcons should be taking notes as well. A lot of teams need to be looking at what Furia did here. To come back from 2 down in this manner is seriously impressive.
And we see a lot of these highlights. Lost and Drafinho, yet again. Yan shows up big in game 7 with the aerial dribble pass with the demo on top to tie that game. But again, a lot of this is Lost and Drafinho doing work upfield, getting those misdirection shots, and just working together as a duo, and it's really paying off for them.
Wow, and I was looking back at this. That is terrible rotation. Zen went for a touchdown. Was a little aggressive, and then Exotic kind of followed him looking for a under boost that was not there. So they kind of left that net open. You kind of would expect them, honestly, to play much more safe and secure in that overtime, especially when they lost
There was the
momentum.
0-0 in Aquadome as well, where you'd think that, okay, Vitality are having a good game here. They've got the majority of the pressure. If they just keep this up, a goal should come. They overextended us in their net. So
and that was Zen as well.
It was Zen again. Yeah. So he's doing so much for the team. But maybe at times trying to just force the issue a bit too early.
It's just such an incredible result to see them get this far again.
Which one, Furia?
Seeing Furia in the top 4. Like, it's brilliant. It's such a great statement of how strong South America is becoming. It's becoming more of a pattern for this region. Bates, it's this last step, though, getting from semifinals to grands.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they want to. I mean, listen, if Yan and the whole entire Furia team, if they want to improve their top minimum placement at a LAN, they're going to have to go through the best team in the game at the moment in a Keiko. But I will say this, like I said, they're looking more and more like a complete roster.
Yes.
And if they can look like a complete roster, they could potentially win the whole thing.
And Bates, let me tell you about the best region in the world, North America. Two top 4 teams.
I mean, LJ brought up yesterday. LJ brought up yesterday. NA back on top again. Listen, EU clearly.
This is the same style of bracket we had at the first Dallas Worlds. You had both NA in one semi, and then you had Furia against EU. In the other, so
yeah, I remember how
we've seen this before.
I'm just happy when North America makes it to the grand finals. At that point, you know, it's just like if they win, cool. But at this point, I kind of don't expect it because we just fall apart so often up there. But yeah, North America going to have a representative no matter what. Does South America get to play, or does Carmine Corps go the other way, folks? If you want to watch Rocket League in a way you've never watched it before, check out twitch.tv/RLEsports. You can watch on the crowd cam. Check it out. You'll be like sitting as an egg in the stands, sort of like you're at the game, like you're watching any of your favorite football or rugby or hockey or cricket, maybe? I don't know. I don't actually. Sure. I've never been to a cricket match. Have you been to a cricket match?
We don't really play cricket in Scotland. Sorry. Okay. That's an England thing.
Yeah. Well, they wouldn't do that over there. Maybe I don't think the camera moves up there.
That's an England thing. Like
It's a way to watch Rocket League, more similar to the way you watch sports. Send it to your family and friends who maybe find watching the first-person POV confusing. Here is the matchups. We've got the schedule for the day. Still 3 matches to go, but our top 4 have been decided. The Ultimates will play NRG next. Karmine Corp will play Furia. The winner of those 2 matches will play for the title of Birmingham Major Champion.
And the Ultimates are the only team here to not have an open victory as well. We got the 2-time winner in NRG, 2-time winner in K-Corp. Furia went perfect in their split, so let's see if they can make some magic happen.
Let's see if they can do it, folks. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, red, white, and blue across your screen. The Americans battle for the shot at the trophy. The Ultimates versus NRG. Next.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Progressive makes bundling easy and affordable. Get a multi-policy discount by combining your car, home, motorcycle, commercial auto, and more. All your protection in one place. Bundle and save at progressive.com.
Rocket League fans around the world, T-Base Debates is back with a twist. If you recall, on Twitter, I said we had something special coming for you in Birmingham, and here it is. To my right, I got an NRG player. Introduce yourself.
Yeah. I forgot his name. I forgot my name for a second.
I got Beast Mode to my right, and to my left, I have Mr. England himself. Apparently Jack. You see him. We're gonna have some questions for these 2 lads. They're gonna answer them. They're gonna debate. You let us know in the chat who's winning. Jack, I'm gonna come to you. Individual mechanical skill versus team chemistry. Which is more important in the RLCS?
Team chemistry. BDS, they won last year's Worlds. They have good mechanics, but they're not like
the team that won the disband before they won the RLCS World Championship.
yeah, that one. but they still won. Team chemistry, they're not like the craziest mechanical team in the world, and they still won.
The team that literally disbanded after the World Championship.
But you're talking about on the pitch.
All right, you made your point.
You're talking about on the pitch, no?
I'm talking about overall. It could be on the pitch, it could not be on the pitch.
Oh well, every team.
You're 20 seconds fast. Okay. Beast Mode, do you agree?
Of course. I mean. There we go. I mean, it's hard not to agree with that. So, even though they disbanded after.
Alrighty. Next question. Is it better to change your roster or to keep the same unit together?
This guy's been on the same team for like 2 years. I mean, yeah, I have been on the same team for like 2 years. So, I mean, for most teams, I would honestly say switching rosters.
But for you?
For me, no. Staying on the same roster is better. But like for most people, I would say switching rosters.
So who's right? Is it most people or is it you?
An answer. Pick an answer. Me.
Staying on a roster, Beast Mode goes there. Jack!
I'm picking switching.
Shocker.
No, I love my team, but like I'm picking switching just because you gotta keep things fresh. New teammates, new environment, makes you play better. I feel like you're judging me here. What's going on?
Listen, I'm just here to ask the questions.
Okay.
You got one sticking together or one switched up. Who won down? Let us know in the chat. Next question, out of Daniel and Stizzy. What would these players do if They were not Rocket League professionals.
Okay. I'll answer for only Daniel?
Yeah, just
I mean, I don't know where that kid will be, honestly.
He's not playing basketball for the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Comedian. He's pretty funny. He's pretty funny.
Ooh, I like that. Stand up.
He's a stand-up comedian. You can just, whatever he would say would probably just be funny. He could just say whatever, I would laugh.
So you say that Daniel needs to be in more content?
Bro, he would be the #1 streamer, YouTuber, whatever it would be. But he just doesn't want to do it for some reason. But you should do more content, without a doubt.
All right, Daniel would be a stand-up comedian. Jack, what would Stizzy be doing?
Stizzy, a dancer. He plays a lot of music. Like he's very loud, and I think he did, express himself through that.
Okay, and remember, I have one more little twist. Okay. What would you two be doing?
I mean, I'd probably be a basketball player for the.
Basketball player?
Yeah, for Los Angeles Lakers.
Lakers.
Yeah.
So you chose Rocket League over being a professional basketball player?
I just really wasn't feeling it at the time. Me too. you see me play. He just had quite a good jump shot. Yeah. You've seen it. You've seen it. He's seen it. I've seen it too.
Your own jump shot?
Yeah.
I hope you've seen it. You've seen it? That's nice. Yeah. Okay, listen, you heard it from the boys. Beast Mode and Jack, thank you so much for coming on T-Bates Debates. Chat, let us know who ultimately came out victorious. And let us know also who you would like to see next time in Raleigh. Without further ado, I'm T-Bates. This is Beast Mode. This is Apparently Jack. And enjoy the weekend whenever you're watching this. Toodles.
I think that's a good take.
I thought it was hilarious.
I think we should move on.
Jack said he doesn't want to keep doing it.
Smoke is scanning to the sky. You can't believe your senses. You think you've seen it all until you open your eyes. I never wanna be alone. This place is cursed. I want you to never leave my side. I run away with you to see some light. When ashes dropping down, we step aside. We dream of feeling something. I want you. I know we both escape to lose the ground. The world we used to know is burning down. We're always strong enough to build our own. We've been running for ages to search some light. I want you. I know we both escape to lose the ground. We've been running for ages to search some light. We can feel that we're there, after running for nights. We feel so I run away with you
There are 4 teams left in Birmingham competing for the title of Major Champion and the honor of being the first to hoist our Thomas Light Trophy over there. It'll be the first time we're getting one of those. Excited to see the trophies throughout the season, how they change, how they iterate across the course of this year of competition. But there's something special about the first one here, Shogun.
Yeah, absolutely. I would love to get somebody to try and like draw every trophy we've had throughout history. But I feel like that's the one. It's very easy to remember. It's very sorted out in terms of just like the shape of it and the way you would. You just want to lift it. You just want to lift it.
Weirdly, it's the first symmetrical trophy we've had across the like 3 different trophies we've had. They've all been like oblong shaped.
No,
like
that blue trophy. That blue trophy was pretty symmetrical.
Nah, it was higher on one side than the other. The kind of the fingernail-looking one.
Oh, okay,
yeah, you know, I mean, they have some symmetry to them, but this one's symmetrical in ways the other ones aren't. I'm really excited about getting to that grand final, that trophy moment. But we have 3 matches, 3 best-of-7s, and given the way today's gone so far, Gibbs, it's going to be 21 games before we're hosting the trophy.
I love when this happens, when we get the maximum amount of games. Obviously, yesterday, a little bit of a snoozer in terms of matches, except for maybe Ultimate's Vitality, and of course, the 1v1 final. But now, we're going to Champions Field all the way, and hopefully, this continues with an NA rematch, Ultimates versus Energy.
This is a big one, folks. I'm very excited about it. So, let's get the teams on the stage. It's time for NA versus NA.
Introducing first, on the blue side, the latest challenger to the North American throne, the
He's asleep, Chad. Vitality should have won that. Nope. Furia all the way. He's asleep, Chad. We did it. Okay, but really quick, do I have your attention? Where the fuck did I put my phone? Ah. I need you guys to vote on what I wear.
A team that has been ascending throughout the whole entire RLCS season so far. A roster that was created for these moments. Starting off with a kid who was acquired. LJ, a former offensive MVP at a World Championship, joining up with the likes of FK and the likes of Chronic, a major champion in his own right. And now they're back in the top 4. His first ever top 4. And this man, he knows what this feels like.
And watch out, Europe, because no one wants to play a first killer that is on his game. He is looking fantastic throughout this tournament, looking like the old ways that we used to see where it was top 4 guaranteed every single time. And Chronic, the only member on this team who has a major championship at his very first one, wants to get another.
But it was the thing of, ever since we saw him win that major championship, he seemed to fall off for a little while, really struggled to regain his footing. It seemed like
okay, Shogun.
Last season, we didn't really get to see much of anything from Chronic. Now he's back to top level.
They're ready to go, but on the other side, a team that they have struggled to get through time and time again.
And their opponents on the orange side, looking for their 12th grand final appearance, they are NRG!
Holy shit. I gotta do it. Alright guys, I gotta start a prediction. You're gonna have 2 minutes. Oh, Blur did it. Never mind. Guys, before the match starts, I need you to vote. I need you to vote.
Gibbs, you said there's
Pink.
nobody who wants to play
Blue.
first killer when he's in form
Pink.
on Championship Sunday.
Blue.
Tell you someone else who's in form. Daniel looks red hot this morning.
And let's not forget that Energy, they are the final boss of North America. No one takes them down. They make it to every grand
we're gonna
final.
get ready
This is what
during
it's about.
our
Energy, it doesn't matter how you played before. When
we'll
the
be
lights
doing
are
our
brightest,
makeup.
They show up and they are the kings of North
We'll
America.
take breaks.
Until proven otherwise.
I feel like this man was very
Oh shit.
undersung
Okay.
on that previous performance,
I'm
because
actually gonna
Daniel
have to run that
getting
as a
the space
poll.
he had because beast mode was going, and I feel like that's what NRG has really
Once the
struggled to find
prediction,
throughout this tournament.
I'm gonna have to run that as a poll. Once the prediction's over.
Online, all right, and Daniel, you need him to be on the ball, aggressive, and intentional with every
Once
single
the
touch he
awful.
makes. Atomic, speaking
Who
of
we
him,
rooting
he needs
for,
to
chat?
bounce the ball out.
And this is a rematch of Swiss round 2, where Energy's offense really did click versus the Ultimates, where they won that series 3-1, and that was the best offensive performance that we've seen this entire time. So First Killer is going to have to find a way versus Atomic again. Like, Atomic is that king. He always shows up, makes it to these finals. First Killer, he's still looking for that first major title.
Whoa,
Ultimates.
we have a graphic of 2 NA MVPs. Atomic got it 21-22. The FK get it 22-23.
Yep.
FK came in second in the voting in 21-22. These two have been at the top of North America since after COVID, since the open era has begun. They're always playing each other. They know what it is, but Atomic has had more success than FK has.
One thing I noticed on that graphic too, First Killer's goal participation dropping, which you think a stat going down is bad, but I think in this case it's actually a good thing that he is being able to rely on the rest of his team to find ways to get the ball in the back of the net.
It's so interesting because we always look at First Killer teams and thinking they always have a chance to win. This was the one tournament I think no one really thought they had a chance. Like, yes, they were a contender, but they were like the 5th or 6th best.
Yeah.
For the past 8 splits, they have always won an open title outside of this one.
You're not
and
rooting
one
for
other
anyone?
one, and that was when
At least
that
you're
FaZe
true to
team was
yourself.
blowing up. And so now First Killer, he's the underdog. And maybe the
At least
pressure's
you're true to
completely off,
yourself, and
especially
that's
in
what
this match
matters.
where, like, Energy has had their number outside of the last open, where the Ultimates finally found something to play with, and they won 4-0 versus Energy. Of course, Energy did bounce back in the Swiss, though.
And I think that's very important as well to get that open win, because usually when we see a team peaking at LAN, they eventually run into somebody from the same region, and we just revert back to what we see during the inter-region matches. It's like, okay, well, what happened to you? You were so good up until now, but they got through it at the perfect time, because now they're going to go into this match and think, well, we've already done it. It's no different now.
I mean, we talk about the story of Fourth Killer, though, and there is nobody in the world who is more, like, hypersensitive to that story right now.
I did
than
the
FK himself.
Ultimates too
He's
in
gonna have to
mainstream.
fight against his own history to possibly break it here.
Kind of evens
He's
out.
got OJ on his team too. OJ hasn't even never made it to this moment, but he was born for these moments. He has practiced for these moments. There will be moments throughout this series, I do think that will go the distance, where OJ will come in clutch, hit things underneath the crossbar, and be a striker, the striker that FK's always needed to be on his side. And Chronic, he is the key for this team. If he plays like he did yesterday, probably the best
North
he played,
America
since he won
is back.
Won with Gen G all the way back in Rotterdam. He plays up to that level, they have a really good chance.
But the problem is, when the bright lights are on them, LJ has never even won a regional before. He's never won a major. First Killer's never won a major. It's two of the greatest players to do it, but they don't have a lot of victories amongst them. So Chronic has got that one under his belt. He's been playing confident all weekend long, and I think that's always that catalyst for Ultimates. But Energy, they looked much better today. They can easily take the series.
Oh yeah, I think if we went
Pink,
straight into this and it was just semi-final and they played nothing else, then NRG were going to lose it because Ultimates were just above and beyond as of late. But that earlier win against Falcons has done so much because it finally looked like NRG.
It looked like NRG, and that's bad news for the Ultimates. These teams have played 6 times in this season, 5-1 in favor of NRG. They are the clear favorites in this matchup, but this will be the first time
This
this
thing
matchup
they've
is
been
happening
doing where they
on a
leave
stage
the teams where
after
you can
3
slightly
days of
hear them in the
competition. So, who do
background
you think's gonna win?
talking,
Let us know
but
in
like
the
it
Progressive
sounds like a
fan vote. We'll let
mumble
you know
is
who you think's
driving
gonna
me
win.
insane.
Shogi, who's your pick?
Oh, you managed to reaffirm to me entirely why I've gone for my pick, because it is on the stage. It is the team that always makes grand finals. It just feels inevitable at this point. Give me NRG.
NRG, Gibbs, I'm gonna skip over you for a second. Listen, Shogun, I'm gonna back you on the NRG pick. I've been picking Ultimates all weekend long. But NRG, man, there's a reason they're here.
Is the audio off?
I don't think it stops right now.
Is the audio not synced?
NRG's gonna beat Ultimates right now.
Gibbs?
First Killer's inevitable. He is so talented that lights are the brightest. I think First Killer is back in form. He's got LJ with him. I think the Ultimate.
I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
They finally take down that final
Bless you.
boss,
Thank
and they
you.
win it.
This is, if there's ever been a moment for the Ultimates to do it, this is it. But I agree with the rest of you. I don't think it happens. I think NRG. I think the fluke we saw in the end of Regional 3 when the Gen G managed to make it here, I think that was a fluke. I think NRG is going to continue on in the form that they are known for. But how does the universe feel about it? NRG on one side, the Ultimates on the other, into the air, and it comes down facing the camera, so we're going to stick with it there. NRG is going to be the pick for the coin.
Only Gibbs is rooting for the Ultimates.
The favorites in Fate. How does chat feel about it?
One-sided than expected.
Not unexpected at this point with how popular of an organization NRG is. We love having them here, folks.
Underdog.
We love having all of you here as well. I hope you are ready for a wonderful, wonderful match of Rocket League action. Rocket League fans around the world, it's time for some naturally aspirated V8 horsepower. The Ultimates have never had, they've just had it. They've had enough of it. It's time for them to be on top. But the Kings of the North, they're not easily dethroned. The best American squads in the game clash once again. It's the Ultimates versus NRG for a shot at the trophy.
NRG has gone to 11 straight grand finals, and then right before coming to Birmingham, one team knocked them out. It was the Ultimates.
Yeah, I'm not making the grand finals. That's tragic.
Brought to you by Progressive. We are underway.
Well, here we go. What a morning for the North.
I won't even be here for the K-Corp Furia game.
What a semi-final we got coming up here. One
That's
step
tragic.
closer to perhaps a first major victory. Gibbs mentioned first killers, fourth killer, top two in the past. Can he get the job done in Birmingham? The Ultimates looked fantastic yesterday with a win over Vitality. NRG, well, they finally found some offense. You think they're the favorites. Here's Stacks. The head-to-head suggests that, but this Ultimates team has never looked better.
Yeah, Ultimates, if first kill is going to do it, this would be the best time. All you have to do is do what you've already done, granted only once. Take down NRG, it was a sweep. You felt maybe like a kind of a weight had been lifted off of NRG's shoulders when they no longer had that streak. You're like, okay, finally, everybody can stop talking about the streak, but ultimately what happens? Now we just talk about, okay, well, it's 11 out of 12. Possibly 12 out of 13.
Come on.
LJ to the backboard. Got the demo. That's about all he's got out of it. And that one's gone by first killer. It's an open net, and Beast Mode scores.
That's not shocking.
Beast Mode gets the first. Just see the overcommit. Chronic pushes up mid boost, and that is a rare mistake from FK in the midfield. Ran out of boost in the tank, caught underneath the ball. Easy as you like for Beast Mode.
Worst possible mistake you could make, giving NRG a free goal with how great they have been defensively. Lackluster on offense up until today. Save your best for last, perhaps, when they've needed it most to try and extend their land final streak. Now Beast Mode, over one, stopped by Chronic. That does not ricochet out, it caught a second touch, and first killer will instead break this out. Of course, a lot of players would be tempted to try and overextend, try to push themselves too much to make up for the mistake a moment ago. You know, first killer understands how much time is on the clock. You don't need to press it, don't need to force yourself into making the second mistake.
You mentioned before the burden of having the entire region of North America on this NRG roster's shoulders, but on the other side of things here, Stacks, what about an opportunity for Ultimates to announce themselves, say, hey, we're here. First
Come on.
Almost right on cue. Here's Beast Mode with the clear. Ultimates with a chance now to rewrite history. Perhaps take that #1 spot in North America. Here's Chronic, 20 boost with a reset, rips it to LJ. Double commit in the defense from NRG. First killer with space, it's a nice first touch. This defensive end has not been an issue for NRG this weekend.
The other challenge facing the Ultimates right now is that one's blocked away. Last second save. First killer's gonna have it down towards the left wing, but he can't do much else with it. Atomic had him all sized up. Those two have plenty of history as well. When NRG has scored first against Ultimates this season, they're 11-3. Got the first strike here off a miscue from FK. He's up with beast mode. Bearing right down on him. Good infield pass though. LJ hit the post, no follow-up.
Aw, dang.
Watch out on the other side, it's open.
Oh no.
A 2-goal swing for NRG. LJ with the open net. Misfires. Atomic down the other end, strikes true. That is a costly miss for the Ultimates.
Inside 2 minutes. Beast mode still forward, gonna run interference, try to slow down First Killer, and because he hung around on the near side, he's actually in perfect position to get a touch there. Now First Killer looking for his first tally of this semifinal. Instead, has that drop right down to nobody in particular. And it's NRG trying to break out, but unsuccessful initially. First Killer forced back to his own goal line, easy stop.
Yeah, First Killer coming into Championship Sunday as
so unlucky.
the best player so far in this tournament from NA. Daniel with a fantastic lower final. Previously has put his hand up as well. Here's Beast Mode. Can NRG get their third? He's looking for the dunk. Chronic defending well this time. Here is Atomic. And you speak about head-to-head matchups. First Killer and Atomic with a greater history than most. 35 matches played with these two. And I believe Atomic 21 wins to 14 for First Killer.
Yeah, plenty of history between these two. We're going to see them clashing quite often.
Yeah, Fury beating
here in the
Cake
semifinal. Birmingham Grand Final spot on the line against either Carmine Corp or Furia, who stunned Vitality in 7. Now Chronic blocked at point-blank range by Beast Mode. First Killer can follow the play. Try to get down to ground quickly. LJ rips one, and that's easily sent off by Beast Mode. And again, for all the talk about how NRG has played on land this weekend, that one's just a little bit high.
Come on!
You know, the defense has not been in question at all for NRG.
Ultimate's not without their chances, but this has been a strong start from the #1 seed out of this region. Maybe one last goal going into game 2. First Killer, no. Beast Mode gonna launch it downfield. What a strong start for the favorites.
Gross. I can't say gross. I was rooting for NRG earlier.
It just felt like NRG.
I'm just rooting for NA here. Good rocketing.
Just had Ultimates in a headlock the entire game.
Yeah.
You know, you get that first goal, and granted, they didn't have to do much for it. Just throw the ball downfield, and First Killer couldn't catch up to it. That's all it takes. And then you're playing uphill against NRG, the worst position to be in against anybody else in the tournament, certainly them. And 8 shots later, you've got a 2-0 scoreline. So we'll go into game 2, CJ, with Ultimates looking for their first strike in this semifinal, if one's ever coming.
Shogun mentioned it in the pre-match. It just seems like these matchups on land, when you get region versus region, NA versus NA.
Oh yeah, I have
more
this
often than
bundle.
not, it goes to script.
I have like 4 codes I need to redeem.
Home online. So far, in the Swiss, NRG 3-1 Ultimates. Even though the last time they met, it was a 4-0 sweep in the 3rd NA Open. But once again, on land, NRG looking like they have their number. Ultimates yet to hit the scoreboard.
On now to the familiar backdrop of Forbidden Temple, game 2 for Ultimates to try and bounce back and not let NRG maybe get out of reach in this series.
Here we go.
Oh, what a win.
Chronic back on a low boost. Early pressure, NRG demos will help. First Killer, beautiful cut on the rotation. He needs to get online for Ultimates. Chronic, the MVP yesterday in that series against Vitality. Needs to find similar vein of form, but right now it's a bit of a mental block against their NA compatriots. Beast Mode blocked. Daniel keeping pressure on. First Killer 0. He's awkward, and Ultimate's playing a lot of defense right now.
If you pay close enough attention to Beast Mode, and it feels like maybe he might be passive against most of the field, probably not wrong. Is LJ got it open now? He just couldn't get around on the
God!
end. An opportunity gone by the wayside there for Ultimates. Another ball dropping down in front. Pass goes back to LJ. Lets Beast Mode go on by. Ultimates certainly have NRG on the ropes in the early stages of Game 2, but still can't convert. You see Beast Mode playing with a lot more confidence, though, against the Ultimates. He has owned them this season. The goal he scored last game, his 32nd against Ultimates alone in the 2025 campaign. He may add another no, just narrowly missed with the second touch.
You mentioned LJ. This is his first ever semi-final. So far, he just seems to be feeling the nerves a touch. A couple of chances going to the wayside. Beast Mode off the ceiling to himself. Nice chow from Chronic. Dan's got to keep the ball in. Right now, NRG looking reasonably comfortable. Not without chances down the other end by the Ultimates.
In an game.
Here is Chronic underneath. Beast Mode, as NRG always do, help out their third man. Dan can just wait for this free touch, and he drags it over the top of the defense. Atomic, got to keep this one close. Does Beast Mode want to get in there? Gonna leave it for Daniel. NRG all over Ultimates right now.
Atomic looking for a full tank, and he's got it. Enough to make that challenge out of the corner. Trying to make sure that you don't give Ultimates anything else for free. They've given them some looks, but Ultimates still yet to convert in this series. Atomic, one more touchdown field, and everybody else retreating for good reason. Ultimates are threatening again. Beast Mode trying to line up another double. Oh, he almost had that one off of first killer, and if he scored
What a
that,
close matchup.
he might have just been able to call the series because nothing else was going to go Ultimate's way.
Now, first killer basically sniped in there. Here's Chronic with space off the ceiling to himself. One more, pop over the top, backboard miss. That's an open net. Ultimates find their first of the series.
LJ, a player who has become a lot more aggressive, a lot more selfish, looking for more opportunities to make an impact in a series this season, and he has been money for Ultimates. He's the leading goal scorer for Ultimates head-to-head against NRG.
Oh, absolutely.
Making his presence felt now into the second half of Game 2 and looking for more.
Anything but a boring champ.
Got it down in front, and it's off the post.
Again.
Could have been two. Chronic, what a setup for that first goal. There were question marks surrounding the third. The FK LJ duo, oh, never mind. A beautiful 50-50 with a poor touch from LJ, sets up Atomic, and he just pops it into the top right corner.
They're all there, and he still finds a way. Anybody who has ever dogged on Atomic on this roster, I will never, ever understand them. MVP impact each and every time out. Beast Mode's got this one collected along the corner. Oh, what a win for him as well. Again, he has not done much wrong against the Ultimates.
Almost first killer. Chronic now with the shot top corner.
Bing.
Beast Mode just dinks it off the bar down the other end. LJ no boost. First killer says I'll have it then. Chronic's gonna have to wait on this touch. Dan's pre-jump. Controlling to Atomic, over to Beast Mode. Three-man pass plays out of defense for NRG. Minute 15 on the clock. Who will break the deadlock? Beast Mode, no boost. First killer hasn't been online so far this series. Chronic works the ball across. The demo comes through as well. NRG having to track all the way back into the wrong end. First killer, one more beautiful pass. LJ, you had to get a hand on it just for now. They're trying to keep the pressure. There's a double commit to Paul, double commit too, but no. Still Atomic, your boy, ready to go.
Into the final minute. Still plenty of boost defensively for NRG. They never seem to get caught out.
Because it should have been.
Convert that into offense
But
now.
it
Atomic got the shot away. First killer popped it only as far as Beast Mode. That's not where you want to send it if you're the Ultimates. Daniel's going to have one more look to try and center this with 30 seconds left. Flip reset to the backboard touch and still sent out. Follow-up from Beast Mode goes a little wide. And Atomic thought about diving in, instead very patiently turns off. And they can keep this attack alive now down to 15.
They're under the pump, LJ. He's not going to go to clear. He's going to fake. I'm not sure if that's the right option. They're low boost. NRG can clamp down. There's going to be a chance right here. Chronic into the corner. Dan fires it across. Where is everyone? Atomic doesn't go in. 3 seconds. Ultimates want this ball down. Want to find OT and get it.
No.
Can't really be surprised that NRG didn't send the house in a tied game with overtime as a possibility. Just not their MO. Atomic taken out of the play, though. Ultimate's looking for an OT winner and instead finding Beast Mode. Will he break their hearts again? Not so much as that one sent back out. That kicks off. Yeah, that's great to the middle. LJ, double tap, no!
So close for Ultimates to find their first. Here is Daniel. He launches it downfield. Tronic opposite right onto LJ's bonnet. Beast Mode. Has to wait, has to play passive defense. First kill has crept up. Finds the first touch to save the solo. He's looking for the bump. Daniel underneath. NRG this time ready. LJ. He's looking for the fake. Dan able to read it downfield. They're low boost though, NRG.
Kind of a hallmark of First Killer's career. You never really worried if he's the last man. Usually rely on him. Daniel can't get that one down in front. Beast Mode circling back. Another short-handed third as LJ is going to head that up to the backboard. And again, no rebound. NRG not overextending, not trying to give up an empty net goal. Try to keep their momentum in this series after the 2-0 shutout in game 1.
Nice touch, Dan. Be able to beat First Killer to this ball. LJ, can he keep control of it? No, Atomic's in there. First Killer. Gonna be awkward on this one. We saw Lost with a similar 50 against Vitality. That one not on target. Dan's gonna take it off the ceiling. Anyone on the backboard? Chronic making every touch he needs to at the moment. But
you have to go after this game, actually.
From Ultimates.
Everything's been going game 7, which is great.
All in the same spot on the field. First Killer finds space.
Did you do it with the family plan, Mama Panda? You save so much money if you just pay for a family plan.
Finally, Ultimates get some respite.
You have 5 spots with it, and
a lot of the times on land, these overtimes tend to take on one of two
don't have to pay for
personalities.
2.
Either a quick hitter at the start.
Oh, I got the duo. I didn't know that there was even a duo plan. That's even better. I have to go after this game.
Playing deep into the evening. LJ trying to interfere. It caught the corner.
At least I got to see that. Okay, guys. I have to go. Oh, duo's fantastic. Then yeah, I got the family plan. And I have me, Lucas, Cheryl, Nathan, and Justin on it. And it's like $20. Duo is where you can have 2 people on Spotify, and instead of paying like $12.99 a person, it's $16.99 total.
Did you expect anything different?
Sorry, Dev Pancha. I had Rocket League drops the whole time. Yes, night stream tonight, Blair. Yes, there will be a night stream tonight. Maniac, I have to go now. I have to go now. Party games? Yes.
With LJ and First Killer.
Can you?
As LJ has ever been.
Shut up, Maniac.
First Killer. Remember what happened in San Diego?
How long until they work? 2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours.
That unfortunate moment.
2 hours, 3 hours, 5 hours. So go over to another channel that has drops, or go over to the main channel. I will be live again tonight. I will be live again tonight. Make sure to claim them, Def Pancha, and they're new ones every day. Guys, I will be live again tonight. I love you. Thank you for hanging out with me for the past 3.5 hours from the crack of dawn. No, he's asleep. I will be back on tonight. I'll still be watching, but have fun. Good games. Chat in Discord, !Discord, and Blur, can you put in mod chat that we're playing party games tonight? I love you guys.